clicking on different boxes. Hello.
I like the hair, man. You look different.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lop it all off, you know?
Yeah, you do.
Mainly when you start cutting your own hair, like, you can do a style, it's harder, and so
yeah.
you very often just buzz it all off.
Oh, hey, you look great, man. It's you're like me with like you just kind of grow it out, and then it's a dramatic. It's not meant to be dramatic. It's just like we get fed up, and then it's just totally different look.
People like, because I don't know if it's normal to like keep the same look or not, but I feel like most people are shocked when it's like I'm just like, or sometimes I'll just lose the beard completely. Though the beard is hard to go. It's hard to go no beard. The beard is harder to lose.
Yeah, like
everything up.
I'll go to a 1 like this. I just did a trim, so I went to the 1 guard, and that's like for me.
Clean shaven is.
I can't do the clean shave. I used to. I actually got into, speaking of hobbies, like before toys, I got into like real shaving, classic man style with like the.
Did you use
blades.
Like a straight razor?
Ooh. No, well, not a straight razor, but like the dual blade.
You load.
Yeah, I had to get a little like tin to throw them out after every couple of uses. I was getting like the soap and the lather. Like I was going nuts.
That's impressive. Why did you stop doing that?
Because then I thought I looked better with a beard. I never grew a beard out, and then I went, oh, I think this is it now. Facial hair's never leaving me.
It's hard to go back once you get a beard.
Yeah. It's been a while now. Real quick, Cody, let me just say hi to some more people in the chat here. We've got Griff J85. What's going on? Sucker for a good dial. Cody, what do you think about these, man?
I think they're fantastic. And Griff, by the way, is my buddy from TikTok. I'm glad Griff's coming on over. He's a big time streamer himself, so everybody catch a Griff stream.
Ooh, all right, sounds good, man. We'll do.
Dios. I was gonna say, like, is there a back to the dio, or is it just like the front facing?
Like, so it is the front facing
things with it.
But like that's why like I pieced them together, so like they do jut out so they can stand. Like his stuff is so well constructed.
So you can make like kind of like a alley-ish or like the corner.
If I wanted to do something like that, and but yeah, it's awesome. So it is just like for the front of this, but then again, like the arrangements, I'm keeping this at least for the time being. So this will be the new backdrop for most of the reviews I do moving forward, because just like this is my little streaming and review spot, generally speaking. But and Griff said playsets in general. I love a good playset. I mean,
me too. You got like the Mutant Mayhem full playset, huh?
Yeah, and that one I actually it's now split apart where I use the actual plastic pieces and I can create my own little turtle lair. And then the cardboard part, I have like a bedroom that I made from Michael's. Like they have like a little thing that you can kind of click together. It's particle board, and then you could decorate it. So it has a window in there, and that sits around it. So if like Vapor or whoever is like, it just looks like the Mutant Mayhem.
Cool.
So that's
cool.
neat.
I like that.
Oh, and here's your comment. There we go. You got to get, yes, you do need to get your diorama prints. I love those. I still use them to this day because they're just, again, such a great way to get going with toy photography. So you have to trim them up.
I ordered 3. And I trimmed out like the dungeon one, and then I just kind of stashed a bunch of because I bought you get like, you can buy like, it's like a particle board kind of backing thing.
Yeah.
So I have that, and there's 2 other. I bought like a city kind of one, and then I think another sewer one that I need to like trim out.
Oh, and that sewer one, is that the deluxe one with the dual layers, or the animate? Did they do an animated one now?
I can't. I should just get it out. Yeah, but by the time I came around, they had like a ton of options. So I think I got kind of not toony. It's more like kind of like realistic grungy sewer.
Ooh. Okay, so if it's the one I'm thinking of, my neighbor Dan has it. I've borrowed it from him before, and that thing is great because it's actually like stackable, like where it's like it's a 2 layers. So again, great for like low angle shots in photography. Oh, and there we go. America. Yeah, that's good.
We're going nuts with the names.
Well, that's why I can't wait to see this. All right, so my man Brad's in the house. What's on task at hand? So let's see. We'll be watching in bed. Just wanted to say what's up. Yes, go to sleep early, fellow educator. Remember to tap that like. Yes, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the reminder because I always forget. So thank you, Brad. All right, so Yamerica, local losing the house. What's going on, dude? Try to come up with a name for my new lone wolf, Yimtropolis City back here. Griff said, San Fran Yimba. I'm gonna have to do like a vote. I gotta have to do a poll for this one of these days. I'm just gonna add a bunch
Do you
of them.
trust your community to name it for you? Like you could end up with like a Yimbo McYimby face.
That's true. I mean, but you know, I would like to think that everybody here would be cool about trying to come up with like a legit good name. Here we go. Yimbovania. All right, I'm gonna add that one now. Yimbovania. We're gonna definitely have to figure out a way to at least narrow it down. That was Chewy's Yimbonesia. There you go.
Yimbonesia is a good one.
Imperial Landings. I like that too. All right,
You could have like a general city, and there could be like subdivisions. You know, boroughs.
That's what I was thinking too.
Districts.
Yeah, especially with like again my different configurations. The nice thing, so I was able to take down because I had just recently added the last stream or last couple of streams, my 78 points Mirage Dio, but I like that now that's back freestanding where I can just maneuver that separately. So I took a shot with that this morning with my Mafex Gambit, and like because of how that is. Same deal. Like there's so many different angles and ways that you can maneuver it around. So I like that I have that freedom to even like build alleyways within here. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I like having options. What can I say? The Yimbo Slav. Thank you. Yimbia. All right. I'll just add it. I like it. Yimbia. IA. Oop.
It makes me like I feel like it's like building like a Fortnite map.
Yes, right? Look, Los Yimbos, that's correct. It really is like a GTA map that we're doing right now. That's cracking me up. Little San Andreas, right? Yimboville, yeah, man. That would be up in the in the mountain area. Right? A little rougher, a little more dirt road up there. Yimboville. Yimpire City, that's good. I like that.
It's making me feel like you're like the dictator of this land, you know, and like all the inhabitants would slowly come to rebel.
Right.
I just picture like statues of you everywhere.
I mean, if I'm putting up my own billboard, then yeah, I guess that would be that's not the intention, but that is
like
what
you need at least like some 3D prints of yourself in like statue form.
I know this is possible. I saw High School Creations today, Mike.
Yeah, I saw that picture too where he has like
with little him. Let's see, New Yimbonia, yeah. So Josh likes to ring of that. New Yimbonia. Let's see. Yimbonesia, yeah, that's so good. Clintastic likes the Yimtropolis. Yimbafrica. Oh, Shroomy just had a Yimbo gas. Too much. Oh my god, Jamaica or Jamaica, that would be fun. Oh my god, you guys are cracking me up right now. Captain McKay says, you were at Amigos one time, and it's the first time I saw who you were. Followed ever since. The Amigos introduced me to so many people I wasn't familiar with. They held it down during the pandemic. Yeah, man, that's why I will forever rep Toy Amigos over here. Is anything blocking? Oh no, that's just the comments blocking. But yeah, always forever rep them. That was the first D Blake Makes sign that I actually got from him, where he was just like, "Oh yeah, here we go, you're one." I'm like, "Yes." So that's awesome, Cap. Thank you so much, man. Wade said there's some big facts. The toys posting pics are really just a fun way to connect and make friends. That's it. At the end of the day, that's really always what it's most important. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Like again, Cody, we get to do this now. Like this makes me so happy. Let's see, Captain McKay. I spent 38 years clean shaven. I'm in my my old man era now. Hey, it's a bearded era. That's it. You can't. I said something to my track coach the other day about just like feeling my age, and he's older than I am. He goes, like, basically he hit me with the like, do not go quietly into that dark night. You know, like, do not embrace that. You fight that. You fight the fray. Yeah, man, you got to stay. Hey, you're only as young as you feel.
Has anyone
Tricks.
noticed when you do shave, by the way, hey Mike, I feel like you feel the wind on your skin again, and
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah.
weird.
Especially when
Weird.
I've
It
gone
feels good.
like this winter, I grew it out. That was a pretty big thing, because I would always do No Shave November where I would just let it go, and
Mhm.
then sometimes it would go into December, but then like I would shave it or trim it down like a knucklehead, and like I'd have like recess duty, and I'm like, what did I do? Like why? Like I'm so cold now. Like so now that's why I just like let it get nice and thick, and by like at some point in January, February, that I could start like maintaining it
Pare it
again.
down.
But yeah, it's always a fun feeling where it's just like, ooh, I forgot those senses existed. um, let's see. I don't know about big time, but I appreciate it. Hey, there you go. I'm gonna be checking you out this week, man. Absolutely. And this is my brother-in-law, Mike. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Thanks for hanging out tonight. And Honty Brothers, I'll never forget talking to you in seventh grade. Oh, I see. I knew I recognized that name. I knew it. I'm not gonna, this is one of my old students. How cool is that? Talking to seventh grade and talking about playing with your TMT figures, then growing up and realizing you're an adult. Awesome to see it's still a passion. Always.
Realizing you're an adult.
Yeah. Seriously, like it's the one thing in my life that's just been a constant. Like my love of toys, even when I've had to like I've talked about it before, Cody. Like we grew up in an era where, like there was a little bit more of that shame towards like being older, like when you hit that
Yeah,
middle
there's
school,
definitely a
high
point, and I
school
feel
years.
like everyone went through it where it just like falls off.
Yeah, but I never wanted
You're
it
out of
to.
collecting for a while. Not
I
everyone, but I feel like it's super common where it's like you
Oh
dip
yeah.
out. 'Cause I dipped out for probably a good like 10, 15 years or so,
Yeah. I mean,
give or take.
and like, I've said before, like that's where I started getting into collectibles to kind of scratch that itch. And then I was like buying toys, but then not opening them just to like, well, no, they're collectibles. But no, I'm so happy to like, again, who am I hurting? Like as long as I can be responsible to an extent about it, I'm hurting my family with my
I
toy
mean,
purchases.
there's worse things to get out of control over, for sure.
Exactly. And I know I can't take any of this stuff with me, so I'm gonna just enjoy, in the long run, right? We could get.
This will all be buried with me. I'm gonna
I'll
be
do it.
mint in casket with all my How cool would it be? Like maybe you're one of the ones that survive like thousands of years. They dig
Yeah.
you up and they just find all these treasures, and they're like,
Oh
"Oh,
my.
he worshipped these figures. These are all
Yeah.
gods to
Mints in casket though. Holy crap. Can we
display
trademark that?
window."
Cody, that might have to be your first shirt. Like you in I can't draw, but you in a casket surrounded by
Just
Ninja Turtle
jam
toys.
packed with
Oh
toys.
my
That's the
god.
dream. That's the dream right
Mint
there.
in casket. Holy crap. That's um oh man, Wade. Yeah, the Empire. Yes, the Empire. I love it. What is that?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe. 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 That's good. Oh my god, Messi, the lost city of Yimlantis. That's another like area. Oh man. One of the things, Cody, that I've never gotten into, well, I've wanted to in a dio photography sense, is like some sort of underwater.
Ooh, underwater.
Like I've
That'd
never
be
gotten to that
hard to
point.
pull off.
It's doable. Like I mean, it's whether it's with digital editing, um,
Or you could do it
or
maybe behind like a see-through film to give some
yeah, and like there's
shimmeriness,
that blue wrap, like I guess just like gift
like
wrap
the
paper,
cellophane
the
kind of stuff.
cellophane. Yeah, so like it's doable. And then you get some aquarium stuff. Like Realm of Toys does a great job with when he does underwater stuff. So I just haven't done it yet, but that would be another burrow, the land of the lost city. I gotta write this down. The lost city of Yimlantis. I love it. Holy crap. So good. So good. The Emperor. Yimbo. Oh my
That
god,
was one of my
Yimbo's and
favorites.
Hose. Oh man, Danny's in the house. What's going on, Toy Addict 17? Love you, man. Guys, if you haven't checked out again, they have so much fun. Toy Addict and Unworthy Collector on Thursday nights with a worthy addiction. They got to use my Bob Ross as their quote tonight. I mentioned this to you last week. Oh, this just cracks me up. But again, great show on Thursdays. Yeah, Yimbogus dead. Yimberley Hills. Chamberlain, man, you're coming up with,
See,
you're killing it, dude.
this is totally like a video game map for sure.
Oh, for sure. Oh my god, I'm telling you, one of these days I'm gonna have to see. I wish I could draw. Whatever. We know enough people now. We'll have to get a city planner. Somebody's gotta have to do a city planner GTA map. Marcus Yee, what's going on, man? Happy Sunday, dude. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Yep, Beverly Hills. Yimbo's Latvia. That's good too, oh, man. Cal, can the TMNT section go called Too Much Lands? I'm telling you, when Cody, this might have to be our first debut of too much. I can't even talk now. Too much new reviews. Our our tag team segment. Puerto Yimbo, I like that. Yep. Yimbo, what is that? Yimboison, Yimbo Valley. Oh my god. Josh Brown, man, I just turned into the Matt David Saving Private Ryan gift where he gets all old when Yimbo realized that was one of his old students. That's true. It's true. Oh man, that's too funny. Like I said, I recognized the name, and so I had my suspicion. And what's really cool is I found out like at what point he got into like filming and stuff. Like, oh, it's just so neat. So, oh man, that's so cool. Because again, Cody, we say it all the time. This is like why we're the way that we are. We try to hype people up and tell them when they're being awesome.
The
just
future.
like, well, but just in general, like you never know what kind of impact you're gonna have, and like I certainly know like. I didn't do the greatest job of like letting those teachers know what an impact they had on me as I grew up. Like I, a couple times, like, but yeah, like you never know. So that's really cool that after all this time, look at that.
That is really
listen
cool.
to me talk.
You ever have like current students track you down and like?
No, because I try not to like. I try to hype it up.
Plus, you don't like make it aware?
No, I don't talk. Like they know I do toy photography, but not like I never promote like this stuff and whatever else. I just, so there was when I first started streaming a couple kids track, but like at that point when I had first made a account, I had like 300 followers. So I'm like, here guys, I think like you're doing this thing, and I'm gonna learn how to do this with you. And I'm gonna build this account, and I'm gonna talk about it. So like. That was a thing early on, and I just remember being like, "Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Go to bed. Go to bed." But yeah, no, that's so cool. Let's see, Thomas goes nostalgic. I did that collecting after Star Wars Episode 3. Didn't jump back in until the NECA movie Turtles. Man, I wonder how many people got back into collecting because of that set of Turtles. Because that really, like, to this day, those freaking movie Turtles are just. Just, you know what I mean? Like the look of them, the fact
they're really good. Yeah,
so much.
NECA does excel about like capturing that look.
Yeah,
because before that, like even if you look at like the TMNT movie figures, those were not great at capturing the look of the movie, at least. So
right. So
when you really cross the threshold where it's like, oh, this is right out of the movie. That's like a different pull altogether.
Yeah, and I couldn't find them for the longest time. And I remember seeing buddies like Tuscan Traders, and he would just do all of these amazing portraits and like Zombie Clown Photography. It was just like, when am I going to get mine? And then eventually my buddy Cox Create sold me his set, and I was just like, oh. It was one of those magical moments when I finally had them in hand, man.
Yeah, it's interesting because didn't they sit at like GameStops for a long time too? Like they had a long period of just being like common, like shelf warmers.
I know that time has felt very weird for all of us in the last 4 years. Like sometimes it becomes a blur, especially in the community and when toys come out and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like that was such a set that, I don't know, it's very interesting to think back at that moment and to where toys are now. And how they, again, even with the ebbs and flows, like it's still never been larger in terms of like adult collecting. So...
Yeah, like granted, like I was out of it for a lot of years, so maybe I just didn't know, but it does seem like it's absolutely exploded in like crazy ways.
Let's see. Jamie says you need a winter set called Yimbo. Yeah, we do get snow here, and I should. Man, that was like when I first got into toy photography, Cody. I would be like out there.
The outdoor, yeah, I've heard that like it's very common. Like everyone starts with like outside stuff.
Yeah, because it's so
Because it's
like,
built in. It's automatic dios.
yeah, yeah. And it literally is. I remember that the first 2 winters of toy photography, I was out there like laying in the snow, getting soaked, my knee, my jeans, everything. And then as soon as I started like getting into like first with extreme sets and diorama prints, and then just having like dios down here, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be here. It's cozy. Let's see. Griff said, you need a warehouse, yeah, for new Yimbo new Yimboton. That's another good one too. New Yimboton. I do need a warehouse eventually. I have to take my time with my, because I do have so many dios now, but I love it. I love having the options. But that's definitely on my radar. Yimton, I like that. Yimbestria. Oh my god. It all figures. What's going on, Sean? Oh, how you doing, man? Yimbestria. Can I get a grand yate? Grande yate. That's great. Yimbo Terra. Ooh, that's good too. Yimbo Terra. Thomas goes to Solchik. I need to go back and apologize to some teachers. That problem, like, if the teacher was good and genuinely cared, it should, depending on what you did, you should be okay. Most are very forgiving. Doom Slayer. I collect Iron Studios 1/6 and some 1/4. Very cool. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I was a very good. I'm a very good chaperone. I haven't done it since my kids have been alive, just because it's like time away from them. But I chaperone in dances, the DC field. Like I'll be in the corner. I'll be doing the moves. They're not good moves, but I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Marvel fan, what's going on, dude? Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here tonight. I'm Venti Yimbo. Hey, again, there's always the replay. Again, the fact that you're even here, thank you so much. Truly appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That's how I feel about the Mezco Turtles. Man, that's true. The Mezco set is really special. Did you ever crack open the other two yet?
No, I still need to. I'm terrible. I have
No,
quite a huge backlog.
That's okay. We'll be able to crack some stuff open tonight. But no, don't feel bad about it, because again, like once you get to, it's just more awesome.
For sure.
What are you doing? Sure. Like, are you just enjoying the set in general? Like, because you said you went with Leo and Mikey first.
Yeah, I have Leo and Mikey out, and I've kept Mikey. I don't know why. I just love like scared Mikey.
Oh, me too, man.
In his hoodie, like I just imagine like he's just out having a good day, and so I just put him with other figures. Like he just wanted to listen to some tunes, and now he's in the middle of a battle chucking.
Oh,
it's just too silly.
No, it is the best. It's my favorite head sculpt from this set, just because it is so much personality.
And I have Leo with the Shuko claws.
Yeah. Did TMNT? I gotta check see if he posted something. I love that look. Cause yeah, Jay, your twin, your brother from another mother, he sent me a couple pictures with Leo climbing up using those, and they were just excellent. Speaking of, this is a quick reason to again shout out. I never need a reason to shout somebody out, but I'm super excited again. I've been talking about Turtle Gunsu. I discovered his account because of the Nose Rain t-shirt collab that they did, where he drew his toy photography, and Turtle Gunsu has since like put out other feelers to toy photographers about like sending him like their toy photos that he can then convert to his artwork. So I had hit him up.
Really cool.
It's amazing, dude. So I did send him a picture. So I just want to again get the word out. His look at the talent, guys. I mean, like, stuff is excellent if you're a Turtle fan, and deserves all of the eyeballs on this stuff. So writes his own Turtle comics, like, so yeah, that was one of my 3 pictures tonight, and I used Mezco Leo. So I'm super pumped about it. So again, if you guys don't know, and keep an eye out, because like I said, he'll post these like heads ups, like, all right, like, I have a bunch of prompts, like, who wants to send me toy photos? So he sent me a list of them, but I was only able to get one particular done because I was trying to get 3 different setups going. So, but he said he liked it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see. Captain McKay said my GameStop got one of those movie TMNT, and they were the ones I pre-ordered. There you go. So that worked out way back when. Doomslayer, games and toys are pretty close. Yeah. That's same. Like, video games kind of slid into the toy playing for me, Cody. Like when I was like, okay, well, I guess I can't tap into that imagination. I guess like, but video games did fill that, especially as they
Pretty
kept getting
much,
better and better.
yeah.
And now it's come full circle where it's like I'm not gonna not play video games, but I might play an hour to a month compared to what I do with action figures. Now it's totally flipped.
That's the weirdest thing about being an adult when you realize you have to like schedule out like stuff you love.
Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, I have to. It's tough. I was trying to get into a weekly routine where, again, just like one night a week for an hour or two playing with my brother-in-law. So, Mike, we will get more Call of Duty time in. It's just these weeks have been killing me. Messy, you want the movie Turtles? Hit your local Walmart for the 2-packs. Yeah, the Cody, your favorite movie, which I still have to rewatch. TMNT 3. Those sets are out. I've been seeing. For me, it's been a lot of Donnie Raff packs, so I haven't seen the Leo Mikey ones yet.
Yeah, some Walmarts have had crazy clearances, even on that stuff. Even on like new figures, as soon as they hit the shelves, they're
wow,
they're going clearance nuts. So
Hunchback Leo is $20 at mine. Mine always get. I mean, all of my stores pretty much get hammered. Like I was talking to.
Do you own a Hunchback Leo?
I don't, because I never got into that monster.
It's a storage shell Leo.
I know.
What are you doing? It's the greatest Leo of all time.
Because it's another rabbit hole I don't want to fall down. And it's like the Universal monsters. Like, I respect the fandom around them. It's just never been like my bag, So
look, when life gives you a Universal Monsters crossover, you gotta take it. Okay?
Which one is that?
This is they did one with Frankenstein. This is like 2003. And they made it like a VHS box.
That is cool.
He becomes a tank.
Man, you are falling down that Transformer hole, which is going to be something that'll be a nice little segue.
Yeah, because I loved Transformers as a kid, and then didn't get the figures anymore, and here I am. I blame YOLO Park. It was a gateway.
I know. I still have that Rhinox I need to build, which might be tonight. Let's see. So Messy, that's funny. Like, your Walmart got 7 of the other ones. Mine got. So we need to meet in the middle. Oh, task at hands.
Yimbokio. That's one of the best.
That's a great yes. Yimbokio. I'm mad at it. I'm adding it to the list. Let's see. How do you spell it? Yeah. Oh my god, so good. Let's see. You in the corner with close sticks. There might have been one, maybe one of those chaperone nights. You would ever build Rhinox? No, just build Cheetor and Optimus Primal. Hell yeah, that's awesome. So my Cheetor is so beautiful. Plasty just put up some amazing pictures. Here, let me show his up. So he did his review of Cheetor. Plasty. Where's his account? There it is. Okay. Just to show some cool photos, because I gotta get some more. I gotta get photos done in general. But look at oof. So he's got his review up. There's some photos of it. Yeah, this Cheetor has a ton of personality. Like, really cool figure. So nice job, Plasty, on these.
The Bumblebee. I love the Bumblebee too. That's such a fun. The Bumblebee is so solid.
Yeah, it's a fun line, guys. And again, because they're calling it a model kit. That's perfect, because you put it together, and then again, those are retail for $36, and then like the Pro series with the die-cast parts are $50. Considering the cost of other types of toys that are out there, you get a lot of value for your money. So let's see. So Griff, let's see. We need the accessories as weapon packs. Yeah. Yimbago is the home of CM Yimbo. Or that's the travel app. right? That's Bongo. Let's see. Daryl, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out tonight, man. Captain said, I saw one of those TMNT 3 sets for the first time when I traveled for work last week. Looked great. Let's see. I just pulled all my Universal Turtles off the shelf today for the first time in forever. Messing with them reignited my appreciation for them. I need to get the ones I missed. There you go. Do some stop motion.
I've gotten doubles of all of them so far. Ooh. I just need to get an extra Wolfman Raph and Creature Leo.
All right. Hey, if you come up with some ideas for some stop motion storylines for McKay, send him his way. I don't know if he has a backlog of things he has to go through, but you know, it would be worth hitting him up. Thomas goes nostalgic. TMNT Party Wagon will be my first Transformer since the McDonald's food Transformers. I really did think about pre-ordering that when I saw that up on what was that, Holophon, so right? Good. They had that up on the app.
No, it was
it was on the Target app though, I thought, right?
It was everywhere, I think. It's not like exclusive anywhere. So they put it up everywhere. I think I pre-ordered 2.
Okay. Cal with Cody and Yimbo, rank each TMNT turtle 1 to 4 and why? I don't mind taking a little pause to answer that question. What do you think?
That's a tough one because I think it varies between like iteration. So it's really hard to pick like a super good one. And then if I'm going toys, because if we're going toys, look, folks, regardless of what you think, Leo is the tops. I'm sorry. In toy form, nothing beats Leo. Maybe Donnie with the bow. Because for the sole reason of accessories, nunchucks, unless you get spinny chucks, nunchucks don't work, okay? You can wire them up, but regular nunchucks as given to us don't work. Raph with the size, not bad. Donnie, not bad. But you can't beat the default pose with swords. You give someone 2 swords, they're always going to look awesome. So in figure form, I'm going to go Leo, Donnie, Mikey, Raph.
Interesting. All right. So if we go toy form, see, now I have always loved the size as my secondary. So even in terms of like turtle love, like for me, it's always Leo. And then I go Raph just because to me, it's the dual and my most dominant traits, like where I am happy and outgoing and I want to like, be a leader and, do good things. But then also like, sometimes I have to not. I've done a really good job in the last, like the last 4 years, but I used to fly off the cuff a little bit more. So this is good that like I've had gained some emotional intelligence, but I still feel the things. It doesn't mean you don't feel the emotions. So like I feel like those are the 2 dominant ones, and then Mikey, because like again, ultimately I want to be party boy, happy guy, and then Donnie is my logic and reasoning. So like that's in terms of ranking. And then, like for me, I always like the side look. I like how he can grip. I like both versions. I like the side going down the forearm. I don't know. I just always thought sides were really badass. But again, secondary to katanas because you can't beat
katanas. Are just hard to beat.
Yeah. I love that, Daryl. That's awesome. Well, we love you being here, man. This is great. And J Shot says, what is it?
Yimbectity.
Yimbectity. Oh, it's like Schenectady. Oh, that's good. Yimbectity. That's
what up, J Shot, the man, the myth, the legend.
You know what? While I'm shouting out some amazing accounts, and you guys know and love J Shot, it's Wednesday, my dudes. But he just posted today. And again, synergy, it comes all back around here. This awesome shot today with D Blake Make sign in there, all practical.
That's really cool. It doesn't even it fits so well.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go, Jay Shah. Love that, man. And that's with the Duart Studios, like Ryu, Dio. He has the nighttime and daytime. Like
that's really good. That looks like almost like it's digital. Like
if I had infinite dollars, I would be owning both versions of that. At the moment I have to pick it. So if I never get my hands on it, I know I can always borrow it from John or Matt. So I'll be I know at least it's in my wheelhouse of being able to photograph on it if I need to. But yeah, it's gorgeous. So John, great job, man. Great shot. And I just had to add Yimbectity to there. That's amazing. Maju said, I agree. Favorites in figure form is Leo. I always pose him the most, and he's not my favorite turtle. There you go. Yeah, the dual blades. It's just like a dual lightsaber. Like there's just, it's amazing. That whole
Yeah, it's cool. I think I don't know. Maybe it's just like built in, like especially as a kid, like a sword is always what you want. You know,
yeah.
Like everything's a sword. Every stick becomes a sword. You're just chopping everybody.
Yep. And I was just laughing at myself because I was just thinking like I just had this thought the other day. Oh, going out this morning. I think it was this morning. Posing up Leo, like I put a katana in his mouth. I had the other one, but I just had the thought, like, oh my god, like if I would just slice my arms off if I tried to do and like, like I have, like as cool as that looks, if you handed me two katanas, I would be done. I would be done.
100%. 100%.
Betsy said, "Do you think there will be more YOLO Park Transformers? And if so, which ones? I want to see Steeljaw, Slug, Scorn, and Lockdown." Those are all great picks. I think if we see success, obviously we had Megatron and Optimus, coming out.
Yeah, I imagine they'll keep going. They did do, I can't remember the property it was, but they were showing off some like non-Transformers figures, so I think they're slowly branching out more, but Transformers has been a huge thing for them, so I'm sure there'll be more coming.
Yeah. And especially you know what? Here, we could check this real quick. If I go over to their page, because they have far more of those minis that you've been able to talk about, right?
Yeah, they have a huge swath of like the G1 minis. I believe they have I want to say 7, maybe it's 6.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Because if we show this would actually give us at least a little look into, right? Is that up there? No, wait, hold on.
Yeah, because judging by the mini line, I would assume a lot of these are in the cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, all right. So there was the Rise of the Beasts, right? Model kit for Bumblebee, but I would love a G1 version of it. So that would be great. That would be cool to have a Grimlock in either version, But again, the diecast, the Pro Series is really awesome. Megatron. So I think we'll see, and that Soundwave and Starscream. So yeah, I think we'll see these for sure. And then yeah, Emma Kitty, those are good. Those are good as anybody's guesses. That'd be really neat. Wade, with that logic, wouldn't the Ronin turtle be the best? I mean, at the end of the day, he was the one.
That is why, that is part of the genius of the Ronin, because you get and it's so great in figure form too, because you just get all the weapons, and so it's like you can just do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
I think that's no small part of the Ronin's huge success, because it melds all 4 into one, and you don't have to choose anymore.
Right.
And it still gets to be Mikey, who is kind of low key the best turtle.
Right. Which
otherwise,
again, yeah, because at the end of the day, he's yeah. I'm with you on that. That's a nice
if you take Mikey and then you make him, go through it, he's a well-rounded Mikey, so he truly is all the turtles at that point. So
that's true. Do you think, because obviously I own both armored and shirtless plastic meat, you also have, I think, one of the colorized versions, right? Do you have the red?
Yeah, I have the Rogue Derelict. You can see I have a Ronin shelf up there. You see.
Okay. Yeah. So do you think we're ever gonna see that now on the new buck? Do you think they're just gonna roll with what exists? Because those are both great figures, but I love the articulation of that Raph Ronin figure.
I think so. I bet they would revisit it. I mean, we are getting the Mikey. There's some speculation we might get his pre-Ronin time Mikey and Donnie.
Right.
We might get those. Maybe a surprise holathon drop one of these upcoming weeks, because there's the listings up.
Yeah.
But I do think it would make sense. Because why not? Reuse a buck. Because I like the in that line. It's really nice, and you don't necessarily notice it. I like that it's the turtle bodies. There's a lot of soft plastic instead of here's a rigid shell and whatever else you do. The Ronin figure, it's he's a great figure, but he's like it's all hard plastic.
Yeah,
So one cool
right.
thing they did with like the Raph and the Leo is there's a lot of softness and give to it.
I love that
So I could see
sponginess. Yeah.
them circling back, and certainly if they get into like the Lost Years,
Mm-hmm.
which is the prequel sequel ish to Last Ronin, I think they could do like
Okay.
another Mikey there.
So I thought the Lost Years were. So what's the after with the new?
So the Lost Years, it's kind of split. It's primarily Mikey before, like,
Okay.
you know, because in the Last Ronin you have like flashbacks to the turtles. So the
Yeah.
Lost Years picks up basically, after everyone's gone and the years
Okay.
between and how he got to like the Last Ronin.
Okay.
But it's also they're spliced in the new generation of turtles that Casey mutates. You see them as babies and they age like 3 years every issue
Okay.
until you get to Last Ronin 2, where they're then teenagers. So they've shown off
Interesting.
like there's like old lady April and one of the baby turtles is like they NECA teased that like last year for like the April takeover thing. So I think they're definitely
Okay.
going much further into the line.
Interesting. Okay. I'm into
Yeah,
it.
and
I'm into it.
I've
I
talked
mean,
a tiny bit with like Ben Bishop, who's a super nice guy, and yeah, he does say there's a ton of stuff
okay.
coming.
Well, based
So
on our conversation from last week, we had talked about how, just in case anybody missed it, like that the different license that's gone out to like Super 7 and NECA and Playmates, like they kind of stay in lanes. So
mhm.
why not? Like if Last Ronin is, NECA's bread and butter, then like yeah, explore it. Like
Yeah,
there's gonna
and
be an
then like
audience
with
for
the
it.
movie coming along, then NECA can do movie Last Ronin figure.
Yeah, that's right. That's
That's
right.
a closed loop right there.
Omega Weapon 13, what's going on, man? Leo is the best because who goes into a fight with chopsticks, walking sick in a drumstick with chains? What's it? What was the sausage line from
Cold
TMT
cuts,
2?
combat cold cuts.
Combat, yes, thank you. Combat cold cuts. Captain McKay, I can't picture Yimbo flying off the handle. You got to be Thomas Pacha for absolutely happiest toy personality on YouTube. I'm saying this is all like I've worked very hard on my mental health and who I am and everything over, since my kids have been born. Like I I've talked about it, but in the past, like Cody, I forget if I ever mentioned it to you or you heard me say it once, but like the whole story is my kids were about somewhat maybe 7 or 8 months. It was during the dark times. We were trapped at home and I was changing my son and just for whatever else, because again, you never know what with what you're saying with it. But I do remember the moment of so being annoyed, and then I'm changing his diaper, and he just peed all over me. So sorry, my boy. If you ever watched this when you're a grown man, I'm not trying to. You were an infant, but peed all over me, and I just was like, "Argh!" And my wife, I mean,
When
she's my
the
better.
last
She's
Yimbo came out.
yeah, she is my better half for a reason, Cody. And like she said to me something that again stuck like like those words at core memory that really like started like setting me on being the best version I could be for them and then for everyone else. She goes, it's not gonna matter like what you tell our kids. Like you could teach them all day by talking to
Mm.
them. They're not gonna remember that. They're going to learn from what they see us. They're going to be watching us and listening to us
When you
all
did
the
the
time.
Homer Simpson
Yeah.
art strangle.
But that's like I do like it's that those words literally like guide every moment of my day, especially with them around, where it's just like I want to, and things are going to happen. Even like he and my his sister are total siblings, so they just like they'll have the best of times, and then they just are like yelling at each other, like they just have their
Mm.
sibling stuff. And even when I'm feeling my own like emotion, I still am very much like I have to get into dad voice, like hey, but I'm but then I'm still like explaining,
Turn
you
this
can't do
car
that.
around
Yeah,
mode.
yeah, but not in like the let me get the wooden spoon like I got growing up. Love you, mom.
Yeah.
But so that's all. J Shot, love you guys. I love you, John. You know that. And I just shot email, so all your love. Oh man. So yeah, go support J Shot. Like that's make sure don't leave the chat right now if you're here, but obviously go visit J Shot's post and tell him Yimbo sent you. Josh Brown, they have shown the Seeker body proto. The Seeker. Are you looking it up now?
Yeah, let's see. YOLO Park, the Seeker.
Interesting.
It's always hard. Like when they show off prototypes, it's always hard to.
Yeah, because it depending on like if it's like I was telling you, I know, Cody, I know I saw a Raphael, even if it was a 3D render. I swear I saw a Raphael from Rage Toys. I saw it, but it must have been in like 5K story. Like so it could have been a quick thing.
Yeah,
like
they flow, and then I think as the line has got more popular,
yeah,
they might have gone back and locked.
And by the way,
down.
if you're on a computer like with StreamYard, if you could share links and I can bring that up. So if you do see anything cool, let me know. And what's going on, Ease Animation Studio? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for hanging out with us this Sunday evening as we just having fun talking about Dios and of course Ninja Turtles. And while Cody's looking that up, guys, I'm gonna tell you real fast. I did a reel. I did some customizing, Cody. I never do it, but I was terrified. And I know people like Machu do it all the time, but I swapped feet on a Marvel Legends. So
yeah, I saw. I was very excited to see that.
Yeah, man. It was
So you swapped the feet and the head?
Yeah. So this is the Ben Riley from this past summer, and then the feet from that figure. But taking the feet off of this one was so nerve-wracking. So I made sure that while I was pulling and like twisting, I was like squeezing that ankle because I was afraid of as that got softer, like damn, because I love this toy. This is the animated, cell shaded, and again, people are hit or miss on the cell shading, but just that classic blue. But now for me, that's like Ultimate Spider-Man. That is
Ultimate Spider is so good. Were you into like the Ultimate Spider-Man comics or?
Oh hell yeah!
I know there was like game.
I
used to get that was the one I back when you could subscribe to get it like mailed to you. I'd get that like every month in the mail from Marvel.
Yeah, I have a bunch of the standalone issues, and then I have the whole. Is it called a consortium? Is that the name of it when it's the big graphic now? It's like this hardcover.
I mean they
consortium.
Like
what do they call that? Omnibus. Okay, all
right. Sometimes they play around with like the names. Like I have like a Batman TMNT Omnibus.
Omnibus. Okay,
so it depends. The different companies call it different things and like different printings. So
okay,
but yeah.
I have that. I love the game, the PS2 game. I had and I still actually had it for the longest time. And when I started really going hard into like, I think it was around the time I discovered Mezco and Mayfix figures and like starting to drop a little bit more money on my toys. I sold it because I didn't have a PS2 anymore and it's just been in a tub. So I think it was basically like I sold it for enough to buy a new Mezco. Who knows what it was, but it was the trade-off. But that game was amazing. I freaking love that Ultimate Spider-Man game. And I figure like at some point, there should be some level of, I hope, re-release or play it emulated.
Or there's also other methods that like Dark Yimbo could get into.
The Empire. Josh Brad Starscream. There you go. Oh, that's who we saw. It was Render Starscream.
Yeah, I'm sure they do have like a bunch coming, but
yep. Ease Animation Studios just got his Alf NECA figure. I love my Comic-Con version. I love it so much. And the Walmarts, I went to 2 recently this week, and they didn't have the clearance sticker on it, but I was like, maybe if I'm just going to keep my eyes open. Everything else is labeled with the clearance stickers. So I'm going to keep my eye out if I end up, because a different round of accessories. Not that I've like photographed that Alf much, but I love having him. Like he's just like with my dinosaur figures. Like I love that I have Baby Sinclair and Earl. Like I love it. Like I haven't even done anything photograph wise. It's just they're shelf candy for me. And Griff, he needs new web accessories. Yeah, like we were talking about like like the Hasbro stuff. I really like the Hasbro Like these web effects that they throw in, I really enjoyed. This one is like you can wrap up bad guys with that.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
like that one's great. And then there is like a web mask that I have somewhere from them. The Mezco's ones I have are better, obviously, but the Hasbro one is still solid. But yeah, I don't need like any kind of web swinging webs from Hasbro or any company like Mafex, Mezco. Like they're not my favorite. So these are from Webheads, and again, so many talented people out there. Deep Lake sells them. Machu makes his own. Like, so yeah, you could do this, but again, for me, like if I bring that in there, you can maybe you can see some of the
Yeah, it looks really
detail,
good.
like they are like the Webheads one. So he's again another great account over on Instagram, but Dan's Toy Art was the one that the guy that first promoted that. Like this is who I used, and I'm like, wow, well, all
Yeah.
right,
The
Dan, I guess I
custom
gotta go.
accessory game these days is wild. Like pretty much for every figure you
Yeah,
have, like somebody's making custom stuff for it.
I know, which is amazing. It makes us so happy. There's so many more again options. I love having options. Marcus, are you checking out the new Ultimate Marvel comics? I still need to get into like current comics, but I do have my
That's another
stack.
slippery slope. I've been getting back into
I know.
comics and now like I try to go to the comic shop just for like TMNT,
Yeah,
but it's like that's where I saw like the Keanu comic, so
that's
I'm like getting
yeah.
that. And before you know it, you're buying like $50 of comics.
I know, man. That was again instead of toys. Like when I first, started teaching, first had my first like, real paychecks. Um, I went to a local comic shop and signed up for a box.
Oh, like a pull list?
Yeah, and I was like, no, this is great. And I was just checking off everything. And I remember I went with one of my like longest running, but like one of my best friends from middle school. They're like, through high school, and I was like, yeah, do you mind going with me? And we went, and it was like, that'll be $80. And I just remember like crapping my pants, just like,
Yeah, you were
oh,
that guy.
I may have overdone it. Oh no. Like I was just so happy just checking off. Well, this looks amazing. Oh yes, please. I'll take more of
Yeah,
those.
that's why I can't commit to a pull list because I would
Yeah,
do that
it's
same thing.
compendium. Yeah, I think it's what word did you use again? What was it?
Omnibus is
Omnibus.
another
I
big
think
one.
I feel like that's probably the one. E, I will call you E. Yes, that shortens it up. And Lone Wolf Labs, my man Kevin. Been watching from the beginning. But that's okay, man. Oh, dude, this is the
They're
guy. I'm telling you
spectacular
guys.
dials. Those look really
Like,
good.
and I always say like, so Kevin is so like he tries to get into where he can keep his costs down because he's able to kind of like, it's a one-man show, but like mass produce them to an extent when he has his dial runs, but then he encourages the different levels of customization. I don't touch any of his stuff. I just love arranging them in different ways. But he's just he's the best, guys. So if you
Are
ever
both of those two behind you? Like all that whole or all
yeah,
is that all that his?
oop. So now this is all, and I told him, I said, I'm so excited because I literally went home and like was like brought the stuff down, started clearing the table off, and then my wife was like, "Hey, can we do it?" So like I was just basement, and then like came back down last night, came back down immediately this morning, and just wanted it to get all set up. I said it's going to be the Lone Wolf, a running promotion for him all the time. So guys, again, if you're ever looking for dioramas, please go hit him up because it is just his stuff is amazing. He ships things out, so like. He's the best. He's the best. So awesome, Kev. Messi said, "What's another show or character you want to see more figures of? Me personally, after these Transformers, I want to see super articulated Power Ranger Megazords. That would be neat. I mean, for me, like I'm so happy that like Rangers passed me. Like I mean, I obviously got hooked into plenty of other lines, but are you? I forget, Cody. Are you a Rangers guy?
I mean, I obviously I grew up watching Power Rangers a ton. Though it never really like stuck beyond that. So like Mighty Morphin and like the movie and like some of the series after that, but I didn't really like follow it after. But I have been tempted by a lot of the figures for sure.
Yeah. Trying to think what
Um,
else.
it's funny because like a lot of stuff we could want to see is coming out, like
That's true.
Wildest Cowboys of Moo Mesa. that
What?
Nacelle is doing.
Oh my
Come
God.
on. Street Sharks is back. Like everything we could dream of. You know what would be
Yeah.
cool? Mutant League Football. Did anybody ever watch? I know it was a video game, but did anybody watch the cartoon with like Johnny Bones
No.
and like the mystery of what's under the stadium? And like, is his mutated father under there? That would be
What? I
cool.
didn't know that that was even a show. I just played the hell out of that the Sega game, and then it came out
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Switch, and I bought it on the Switch, and I was playing Mutant League Football.
Yeah, there was. I watched the show. I think there was like a season or two, which was pretty cool because it was like
Interesting.
a goofy like mutants playing football, but there was like a deep mystery of like what's under the stadium and
Oh
finding
my
his
God.
past.
Wouldn't it just be hell? Like the hands used to come up and grab players?
Well, like yeah, like in the game, but in the show, it's like they were all like mutated and they stored like radioactive waste under the
Oh my
stadium.
God.
And I can't remember, but it's like something to do with like his father was held there, or like it was like a big
Gotcha.
like climactic mystery. Those would be cool.
That would be neat. E said, it's fun chat. I gotta go make a stop motion. Hey, that sounds awesome, man. So again, enjoy the rest of your
I'm
night.
jealous
Can't
of the
wait.
stop
That's
motion folks. I don't know how
yeah,
you have that
it's
much patience, but it's impressive.
it is incredibly impressive. So I can't wait. That's awesome, man. Messi said, I want to get more turtle figs, but I feel like that's a huge it totally is. It totally is.
Don't I know?
Unless I know. Like we're the wrong guys to talk to about it
There'll be
because
a point where you'll naturally hit a break just because your
yeah.
space forces you to, even though you find ways to power through it, obviously, but it's
Well, that was
somewhat self-regulating.
that's I will say like this last haulathon, I had an opportunity to get like that Thick Boy Enforcer Mirage, and I had been buying all of the Mirage stuff, and I saw it, and I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
again, I was just like trying to be good about it. I keep reminding myself SDCC, like I need like a bracelet to remind me with
It just like
SDCC.
shocks you anytime you deviate.
And I had an opportunity briefly the day that the Punk Turtles dropped on Target. I had them in my cart, and my wife I had already given me her like opinion about. She was basically not asking me, but like, are you like, would you really photograph them? Like, really? And she's so supportive, and I had that moment, and I was like, if they're back, and I had to go to recess, dude. I was like, all right, if they're still there after recess, maybe. So they were
I mean,
gone.
there's a good chance they'll pop back up though.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like this haulathon, I feel like as much as I love my NECA stuff, I still have NECA stuff to open. Like I still have the
Yeah,
tall and short thug. I still have Razor and Toka to open. I have Kirby. Like I have stuff.
I have a ton. I still have my Usagi 4-pack and the Perry 2-pack.
Yeah, and again, I'm not like you could go as hard as you want. Like that's what we're saying, Messi. So like you really could like decide if you like just love the Last Ronin stuff and then just stick to that lane. Like you really, it is possible. It's not
Yeah,
possible
and
for
really,
either
like,
of us,
there's
but
at least in that area, there's not necessarily a lot that's like out once and then like you never get it again, and then you have to pay like 10 grand on eBay. Most things generally you get multiple shots at, even from
yeah.
like NECA themselves. They'll come back and do like an order on their website or
Oh,
something.
and then the beauty of AliExpress, because like I've made my first order, and guys, Cody has been an advocate. He's been putting out like, hey, I don't know what you guys are talking like any kind of nervousness about it. Like you could talk
This is
to that.
AliExpress.
Yeah,
This is
like you're
not
getting.
always. They do a lot of bubble wrap bags depending on the seller, but
Mhm.
I do feel like they've had like a bigger push from like AliExpress corporate, because AliExpress is really just like, think of it as like Chinese eBay is the
Right.
closest, because it's just third party sellers, but more and more folks use actual boxes. So
Yeah. See, that
this
came out
thing's
great.
mint.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of NECA stuff out there and all the current stuff. And sometimes like Cody has ordered stuff and gotten it before like Target gets an opportunity, right? Hasn't that?
Yeah,
Or like it
sadly,
times
like
out,
they've cracked down a lot on that.
which is
Because
probably for the best.
I don't think they're, because it is actual NECA product, but I don't think they're licensed to sell it to the US. I think it's meant for like the
Okay.
overseas market.
Gotcha.
So that's why if you sometimes you'll pull up like AliExpress listing and they'll have like photoshopped out like the turtley parts or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And stores will get shut down. But there was a time like the monster turtles, you could get those like 3 or 4 months in advance on AliExpress. But they've really now they pretty much only put stuff out there when it's actually coming out. So like
Mm-hmm.
Holothon came around, it's like, hey, now you can buy Kirby. Like we have
Right.
it right from the factory. But so
Right. Well, that's what I
whatever,
mean. Yeah. Like
I
there's
think
it's a
they were catching too much heat letting stuff out too early.
okay.
So you
But
you
even so,
sadly like the super early days are gone. Except
okay.
for actually like, oh no, not necessarily early, but like import stuff too. Because it's
Yeah.
like this one, like instead of like, because Amazon, they're like, we'll get this figure, but we're gonna ship it in June.
Mm-hmm.
AliExpress, they're like, we have access to the factories, so if you want it, here it is, and they'll ship it out. So
Right.
it's like, and since it's direct, you'll get it directly, but you don't get stuff early anymore, which is sad.
Which
But it's a fantastic place to shop.
and yeah, so I guess going then to the point of like I've seen the Punk Turtles on there. So like if I don't ever
Yeah, the
see them
price isn't always stellar.
right.
Um,
I did notice a
Especially with
couple
like
of
4 packs. And you'll notice with like bigger things, they're like, because you can play a lot with like shipping and stuff, but like they can't, or they're not going to eat the cost on like a big box.
mhm.
So sometimes the prices for those are much higher, but it's an option. So like, yeah, you don't have to lose out on them.
Right. Yeah. So there you go, everybody. Just in case you've been, like, because for me, I was very trepidatious. I know Tasket Hands and I were talking earlier because, like, I saw his story post about, like, did anybody go for that CT Toys 2099 Spidey? And that's the
Yeah, did
one
you
that
get that?
got. So that's the one that got me to make an account because Jay Shot and Chewy did it. They talked themselves because they didn't have the original. I had, I bought mine through Macho, like the real deal one, and but it didn't. It only had the one stoic head sculpt, whereas this one has this awesome unmasked like angry face.
Mm,
So it was $20 with free shipping for my first order. So I placed it back on April 7th. It's still it was supposed to be shipped 4/18, and it's like technically it says it's been picked up by the courier,
yeah, I have a
but
I
it
have a
hasn't
friend who's
shipped
in the
yet.
same. Yeah, I feel like because that definitely caught on in a big way. Because they have pretty good stock, but you can see, and this happens to a lot of turtle stuff where it's like they'll get hundreds of orders, and I think at that point they're like, okay, like we,
Yeah.
then it's hard. So I think sometimes it's like a timing. So I'm sure it will ship out, but they just got to catch up, I would assume.
Yeah, the fact that it does say it was picked up and just not shipped, like I feel okay about it, but like, and I know that you had warned me too, like what some stuff comes super early and then some come because like I think it was Kit Bash Customs was like he got his before that big influx of stuff. I think it
Yeah, because I
was
think, yeah,
his.
it's kind of because they are just like, I just think of them literally like an eBay seller. So they might have hundreds of them, but at some point
Yeah,
they're gonna they have to like catch up or get more stock in.
yeah.
I will say with AliExpress, their customer service is really great. You can like they'll pretty much refund you like immediately.
So how long would you
There's-
wait then to like? How long should I give that? You think? If I look at it now.
because yeah, they give you like a deadline when it's gonna ship by.
Well, that's I'm in the delayed area now because it was supposed to be 4/18.
I would reach out to them and ask them because again, generally they're pretty responsive. It depends again because it's not AliExpress themselves. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
third party seller through them. So I would reach out to them and ask them, if they expect to ship it soon.
All right, because
Um,
I did the talk maybe it was the console. It was in like an AI response
yeah,
thing,
like their customer service.
and it was
Yeah,
just
you can
like,
go through that. If you're really concerned and you can start like a claim already and they kind of like force. It's kind of like when a program on your computer freezes and you do task manager and suddenly like your computer gets it all together like whoa, it's okay. That's kind of like what official AliExpress customer service is like.
hmm
Um so I would say like given this circumstance, because I do think it is just like this figure, just the popularity went wild.
right,
So I would probably give it a little more leeway, maybe like another week.
okay, That's what I
But
feel like.
outside of that, if they haven't replied, like, and I would reach out to them and ask them if they have like an estimate or whatnot. But if it's still been like a week and there's no movement, then you
Yeah,
could
I
go
did
in.
because I
But
did
it's
the
also the
contact
kind of
seller
thing,
thing, and that was
because I wouldn't be worried about your money.
Okay.
Because like if it doesn't ship, you'll get your money back by default. You can just like once you file the claim with AliExpress, they're like, yeah, we'll take a day to like talk with them, and if not, we're automatically giving the money back. So it's really
Okay.
just more about like how much time with a figure like this, because like sometimes like with a NECA release or whatever, where it's like you can find this in store, you can get on AliExpress. Sometimes it's like, oh, this isn't worth my time anymore. I might cancel it for that reason. But with something like this, where there's really no alternatives,
Mm-hmm.
I would just let it ride personally and see, because at any moment you can tell AliExpress customer service like, yeah, this ain't working out, and they'll
Okay.
they'll
So there's
give your
no
money back.
like, there's not like a period of time where like it won't be like I don't want to go months, of course, but if I give it a month, like even if it goes into like I would say April 7th, I ordered it by like May 6th, I might reach out
Yeah,
if I
like
don't
if
see
it
any
never
change in
ships,
there.
you'll get your
Yeah.
money back 100%. So there's no risk there.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so
Uh,
it's really just like how much you're willing to play around. But in this case, where it's like you're not, unless you could maybe find on other sellers, but yeah, like the worst thing you'll waste is your time on this and the
okay.
disappointment where if they're like, we don't have any more of these, you guys blew it up.
Yeah, yeah. And if it had like, and even for me, like I was just gonna be like, I figured if $20, because I love that's one of my favorite toys of this year is that
Yeah, that
Miguel
looks really
O'Hara.
good. And $20, that's in the wheelhouse of like,
That's
that's a
cheaper than a
flyer.
legend
I'm
now.
gonna,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a backup fit, like it'd be a backup for parts just in case. And then that extra head sculpt again, like there's so many amazing customizers out there.
You haven't like Machu or J Shot got theirs, or am
No,
I
I did
hallucinating
talk to
that?
them. So it's Chewy and Jay Shot, and they're both also waiting. So
Or was it
like it's
Unparalleled who got his? I was seeing somebody had him.
some.
Who was like who blew it up? Like,
Oh, there's. I think it was Kit, but that's why I'm going to check before. But I want to first say hi to Toy Migos. What's going on,
let's
Shady?
go.
Thank you so much. As you guys always know, it's just like your attendance here. It is what is it? Never expected, but always appreciated. So again, thank you so much. And again, guys, I try not to, make a big thing, but no, I mean, I make a big thing of like, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And just so you guys know, that money is going always towards just keeping the lights on, doing, with all the streaming stuff and everything. So again, it is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much, Cheney. I mean, you're the best. You're the best. Thank you, man. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna keep bring that up in a second. But let's see what Wade's saying. That's what I love about reviewers. Don't have to get everything. Just enjoy the figs. Just follow someone who does good reviews and takes those shots. Well, I hope I fit the bill for you, Wade. That's what I try to do, man. Again, sharing the enthusiasm. Like I try not to get everything, and that's what's so cool about again, Cody. Like so many guys that we're doing so many different things. Unparalleled. Like we all get different stuff, and I try to gauge. Like even with like I've been sitting on the Wasp Giant Man 2-pack because like it came in instantly. It was like I ordered it, it was in stock, like it was here in a few like under a week, and that was gonna be one of my jump on that, and like I searched tonight. I haven't opened it yet, and there's a lot of great reviews already out there of it. So like I now know I'm gonna probably go in a different direction. I have some other stuff I want to do video wise that obviously all based around action figures. But yeah, there's just so much you can find somebody for everybody. So I love that, Wade. So that's great. Omega Weapon 13 said it's funny because I don't collect NECA 2. TMNT and I always catch the NECA guys socking. I mean, again, it's a dangerous, slippery slope. But you can, like Cody and I were saying, like you can find those like moments, whether even if it's just space or even if it's just budgetary, like where you could just be like, again, I
I
can't
basically have
believe,
none of the Toon line.
yeah,
I
like
have Splinter and Baxter Fly, and that's
that's
literally
all
it.
you have from there. That's incredible. And that's like,
Hmm.
meanwhile, I went so heavy into the tune line.
Though I do want Pizza Club Donnie because I need that. I need the spinning bow staff.
I know, same. because those haven't been out yet for the app, right? Because I haven't seen them.
No,
My target's
I
been quick
I
training.
imagine they'll be this Friday or the next. I can't imagine those won't get there.
As much as I want, it's so like I know the Diggs figs like to tease me, but like if me talking myself in and out of toy buying, like I of course I would love to get all 4 of those, but I do have the Turtle in Disguise set. So Donnie, that one spinning bow staff would be amazing to have because Mezco doesn't have something like that, and that's the first one, right? Like, have you ever had any other spinning bow staff around?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I mean. Like, and that's
Yeah,
it's
because you
so
don't
good.
you don't get. That's why it's so cool that the Rage Toys Mikey has spinning chucks. Like I hope
Yeah,
that becomes just like a default thing where it's like
right.
the people expect spinning chucks
Yeah,
or staffs,
yeah.
effects like
We need it. We need it. I'm trying to think what else because like that Mezco spinning chucks, those were my first spinning chucks because the only ones that came out that I was aware of was the because there was the Turtles in the Sky set, and then there was that 4-pack that like right after with a different colorway, like a slightly different green, a few less
mhm.
accessories, but that had a spinning like nunchuck set too, or at least one spinning chuck. But yeah. So anyway, the Mesco ones are the best. I'm using them in everybody. All the lines I made. Messi said, I think the knockoff 29 is pretty accurate to the SHF. The only difference is most people say it's a little shorter. Oh, really? Let me see if like I said, for it was Kit Bash. Was it? I think it was. I think it was. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we won't play I won't play the audio, but here's the reel. So again, another awesome account, but this is yeah, he had it early on. I think this is what J Shot sent our group chat. Cause there's
Oh yeah.
that. Look
Yeah,
at
this
that.
looks really good. I
Yeah,
mean,
unparalleled. I
yeah,
was just gonna tell you,
some
unparalleled was his review of the original release got me super amped to get my hands on it. Like just the original. And then in this reel, he was talking about how it feels like he doesn't have the other one to compare it to. So that's what I'm going to be interested to do is like SHF versus the KO, like
yeah, I saw
knockoff.
this
But
one
like,
like they did the mod or they like flipped it.
yeah, it's all the
Yeah, this is
same
the one I saw.
engineering.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same factories.
Okay.
I have to imagine. Because you just, I mean, because reverse engineering it from scratch. I mean, granted, they're super talented and they could,
Yeah.
but my personal theory is it must be the same factories where sometimes, or maybe they sell off the molds after or whatever, and then
Yeah.
they just, of course, like because they're going for cheapness, maybe the materials aren't as good in the paint, but like this one all looks really stellar. So
I know, too. The head sculpts. Like, I always just kind of assume that if it's a knockoff, you're gonna the figure will look great, but then the head sculpts are gonna look like melted candles.
yeah,
Like,
well,
but
because there was one there's one a friend of mine got that was I think a Peter B. Parker one. And again, it was
Hmm,
like $20 and it was fine, but like the head sculpts weren't super great. But
okay,
these ones look really stellar.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping. And again, flipping through AliExpress, because the other cool thing about what I've noticed in the app is that it encourages you to at least visit and sign in, and you get those coins. So I'm
Yeah,
already up to
coins.
like a
You can like
$5,
coupons.
yeah, like a
Yeah,
five
yeah.
dollar discount so far just from doing check-ins.
And they
And
have
they
coupons all the time. Like you can almost always get like 3, 5, $8 off because
that's
they're pushing
that's
that
great.
hard.
Yeah. Um, and I saw Sentinel Miles for $20. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like
like
I
it gets the only thing I would warn against, and because a lot of people say like, oh, any figure you buy is a knockoff, and it's
hmm
like because I'll buy stuff like this and I'll do a video like I got from AliExpress. The funny thing is like if there's a problem, like my Sanji has like a bad leg, they're like, oh, it's because it's a knockoff, and it's like Okay, whatever, man. But like, you can tell like by the timing, because this is like day one to release, and the price. So the
Mm-hmm.
only thing I would caution folks is when you do pay, for like the obvious knockoff where it's like the $20 or like the Mirage Turtles, you know, um,
Yeah.
which is another big thing that people, the 2008 NECA Turtles, um, it becomes even more of the wild, wild west because like once it's like blatantly a knockoff, it is possible maybe they because there's still like just like anything knockoffs have their own like production runs like the Mirage Turtles there's like version 1 where they're like almost 1-to-1 exactly they kept the same paint details and you can see over the years where it's like maybe they gave the molds to a different factory and that factory
Mm-hmm.
is just like we use like worse paint so there is
Okay.
some risk maybe yours won't look as great
Got it.
but while you're
Got it.
getting in on the first run for $20 yeah like
Yeah,
that's a no-brainer because if you get it and by chance it sucks somehow it's like it was $20
yeah, yeah.
but you could very well end up with just like they showed off that sweet figure which is if you ask me 20 versus 130 I'll take that trade
Right, all day, and even like a
because
little bit of time. Even if it takes a
the
month to get
130
here.
will it be better sure but will it be $110 better I don't
No,
think
it's all that
so
stupid that cape. That cape. I don't know why they. I'm never gonna use that cape. Um, by the way, Ender's Shadow is in the house. What's going on, dude? And I talking about custom work. Check this out. That's something that Enders did recently. So when I saw him pop up in the chat, I just wanted to shout that beautiful photo. But he's been super amped and taking pictures of this custom Daredevil he made. It is really
That's
awesome. I
sick.
love the wired, like, how do you want to call it? It's not bandana. It's the arm wrap, like a wired arm wrap. But this figure's
Mm.
crazy good. So well done, Enders. Well done, man. Um, let's see who else is in here. Oh, why is Tomigo spending Chama money? That's funny. Jamie LaParks, I wish I could find a Kirby and Mirage Baxter. I know that they've both been on AliExpress. Cox Create actually sent me the link when I said Kirby was like the one definitive, like I need that figure. Mentally, I was like, that's what I'm getting. And I held out one day, and then he was the only Holothon figure that was at my Target was the Kirby. I did see Baxter. He looks awesome. But again, just trying to be good about, trying to be good. My number's creeping up to 100, Cody, in terms of the Toy Pick Community Toy Daddy Challenge.
And that
So
lasts until their whole rest of the year.
we're trying. I know. That's what I mean. I'm screwed because I could see myself polishing it off and blowing past it just at Comic-Con. So I have to.
It's tough. It's really tough. I think even if I wasn't, because like when you're like a content creator, there is that pull to be like, well, I gotta have some of the new stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like even if I was just doing it without content, I'd still feel it'd still be really hard because it's like
Well,
it's just always something cool, and it's cool to have.
I know, man.
Like,
And well, that's the thing. We're collector firsts, like yes, there is like, in terms of like being toy guy, like internet guys, like yes, there is that pull for getting something that people are going to be excited to talk about or hear thoughts on.
mhm.
Um but I've always tried, like, if anything, so many of the toys I bought were just because I wanted more paint for my photography. Like, so that's where, like I had a conversation with Wade Create, like, we talked about like, if you started over, what would you do, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I know figures that like, I only bought thinking maybe I'll use it in a photo. Maybe it'll be good to as of a background character, like stuff like that. Like I don't think I would like. There's a lot of the things that or just
Mm.
buying something because pegs were dry and it still wasn't like there weren't as many
'Cause
options out there.
nobody
So
likes to go to the store and walk out of the store not having bought something. I always feel I don't know why,
I
but I
know.
feel like a criminal. Like I just like they're gonna accuse me of robbing the place or something. like no, I just didn't find the toy I wanted.
I know. Let's see. Speaking of toys, guys, these were a couple. I opened them up on Wednesday night. Oh, that is very bright.
Ooh.
Let's get some auto focusing happening here. But
Did you say you hadn't watched the last episode, or?
So I have to watch. Yeah, I still have to watch this week's. Sorry, just that bright light. See, this is why I had.
That's you put that cape on there, right? That's a custom cape.
Yeah, so that is from Seed Jessam. That's the Mythic Legion. That's a Mythic Legion cape from Dubin, and it's wired and gorgeous and awesome. However, Magneto's actual cape is purple. So Captain McKay sent me. There's I can't remember her name. If he's still here, maybe he can remind me. There's one of like a magic sorceress Mythic Legion character that just came out recently with like a perfect purple wired cape that would be better. But for me in photography, like I still think that looks pretty rad.
Yeah, I think that looks good. It's a very similar.
Yep.
And then it fits.
Yeah. And then my morph I had, but I literally bought the Age of Apocalypse morph just so I can get the head sculpt.
Ooh, have you done like the Cyclops head swap?
I did the headset. Yeah, a while back. I tried Cyclops on this body, but this is the animated morph body. But that's with the Age of Apocalypse head. And then I
almost went off the deep end and bought a bunch of Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legends because I love Age of Apocalypse so much.
You should. I mean, like if you really are that into it, like cost wise, like he was $16.
Yeah, a lot of them are still not too bad. Like,
yep.
Some of them have risen, but
like that's the body he's on. But this is the head sculpt I decided on to make my own Laser Man for Toy Father. Like this is gonna be a Laser Man character, bad guy. Because I thought that head would go really well on this body. So now I just need to kind of figure out what else I want to do with him. But that's the head I want to go for. So I don't know. I need a character name. Oh, there we go. So it comes from a different bot Omega. Let's see. It came from the drone mailbox. Really fun. The Ernie mailbox. That's funny. Let's see. It's not a legend. It's like 3 to 4 millimeters. Oh, okay. So for going back to the 2099. And yes, Chewy, thank you so much, guys. Quick reminder to whether you're watching over on Cody's channel or mine, make sure you hit that like button because, again, YouTubers say it because it does, in fact, help the algorithm send these videos out to other people. And hopefully, you'd want to help us out because you're enjoying what you're hearing. Wade said, with a knockoff, worst case scenario, you've got some fodder and some decent head sculpts and accessories. That was my thought process. Messi said, I just look at the box for knockoffs. I think for SHF, they don't put Bandai or Tamashii Nation logo on the bottom of the box. Is that do you happen to any confirmation there, Cody?
People say that, and that makes sense. And it tracks. But my counterpoint is, and granted, again, I'm pretty sure the knockoffs rely on them getting the original molds.
Right.
Or like a copy of them. Because you can't, I refuse to believe they're just reverse engineering these all the time.
No.
I mean, Spider-Man's big money, so maybe it's worth it. But like making a mold is like, we've heard from every figure maker, like a mold is like $10K, right? So it's like,
right.
Are they making the new mold or just the factory makes it and they're like, either they do a second run themselves with the mold and just different materials, or they're like, if you want to buy the molds, go nuts. Who cares?
Right.
But I have a hard time believing like they'd be able to copy stickers. I mean, come on, like, so that's where it's like, maybe that's true, but it's like, how hard would it be to like make a sticker? Like,
well, let's
that's where I wonder.
Let's ask our next friends in here because we have someone else popping it. Interesting fun fact, Cody, because I've always been terrible about like when I get into like a toy mode of like guests. There's a feature in StreamYard that now boops me. Like there was a checkbox. So anybody that shows up backstage.
I wonder how you knew so fast because like I was like messing around and I'm in.
Yeah. Well, here we go, everybody. Fellow Toy Daddy, Chewy.
What's going on, everyone? What's going on, Cody? Yimbo?
Crackle-lackin'. Nice
Sunday.
hat.
Thank you. It's my I actually ordered another hat like this because I realized I wear this almost every single day. Like every stream you see me on, it's this hat.
Well, good. Yeah, you got it. So you got a new crispy one coming in?
Yes, it's a grumpy Groot face. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, so okay. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing except it's Groot's head.
Perfect. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight, man. So
absolutely.
Where do you weigh in on the whole
show so far?
Thank you. Well, where do you weigh in on the whole knockoff? Like, does it matter? I mean, I'm with Cody in terms of like
about stickers. Yeah, they can totally copy stickers now. I think the sticker was really important in the 80s when other knockoff companies were probably like, no, it's not an Autobot unless it has a sticker. But now I think they can figure out how to make a sticker.
Though I do wonder if, because it does seem like I wonder how much they're really trying to like trick people, because like I think anybody, like, it's easy to see, like, if this figure is normally 130 and it's 20, they know, like, yeah, like, duh.
Yeah.
So I also wonder if there's kind of like a honor system there, which maybe they're like, yeah, we're not gonna try that crazy to like totally pass it off.
Yeah, because these are at $20.99. They're not even pretending that it's official.
Yeah, and because I'm firmly convinced it's all the same folks. They're like co-workers. Like, you make the knockoff, we'll make the real one.
It's a deal with the factory.
Yeah, like I can't believe that it's like some totally separate thing where it's like, oh yeah, Bob's in the knockoff department. He's doing a great job.
I remember my first foray into knockoffs was in sports jerseys. Like, I had discovered and I bought like a Yankee jersey and a Devils jersey and a Giants. They came in beautifully stitched. Like, it was everything that I could have wanted, and it made that was where it was like, oh yeah, because why, like, it's obviously like a different same production run, just these go to the official Nike, Reebok, and these are for off the truck.
Because it's the same, like, if you have like a name brand food company, they're also making like the off-label stuff. Because like,
right,
like who else has like a cookie factory rearing to go?
It's that Simpsons thing. It's like Duff beer. It's like Duff Light, Duff beer, Duff Premium. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Well, so guys, before you go to Transformers, these, Cody, I discovered at Ross, because on Friday my kids had a great first full week at daycare, and again, that's part of the whole being responsible, because that was a big hit of not that I have all that much disposable cash later, but that took a big massive chunk of
childcare is no
buying.
joke. That's
so
it's incredibly expensive.
So yeah, like I have to, again, make some harder decisions about toys. But yeah, they had a great first full week of going every single day, and I got to pick them up on Friday because that's always been my jam. But with track season, my wife's been being the drop off and pickup person. So Friday picked them up. They had great reports, so let's go. And I took them to Ross and Five Below.
Smart.
And Walmart. Like, so my daughter got a nice squishy of cakey from Gabby's Dollhouse that was like, again, on clearance. Cakey. Me too. And then we went to Ross, and my son got a Hammer Bro from Mario, and I found these. And now, Chewy, I'm not putting these on my 100 because my son will get them.
That's right. Doesn't count if it's for your children.
Right. That's
Are those
Machu's not in the chat, right?
Right.
He's the only one that would course correct us.
Well, guys, check this out. This is from
Are these page punchers, or
these
what
are from the Red series? They are standalone, non-transforming figures. So these are like highly articulated, like standalone. They have swappable hands. They have really, like, look at the head movement on there. These are great.
Who made these? Like, what company?
This is Hasbro. These are Hasbro's.
Yeah, that's true. They do have like they like make every price level of Transformers possible.
Yeah, but look, Ab Twist, and then Megatron actually has Ab Crunch. So at Ross, these were $12 each. The retail price, at least on the raw sticker, was $30. And look at this. Megatron comes with this, like
Oh yeah, they have like the plasma
mace.
stuff.
Yep. And look, he comes with my son's like, Dad, what's that? I'm like, energy box? I don't know. What is this called?
Energy box.
I'm not sure.
Is that like
a
spark?
It's Energon, right?
Is it an Energon? I don't even.
I mean,
It
normally
does look like
blue.
Energon cube, sure.
Energon cube, but look, he's like the hand is it's like
it's that special premium Energon, you know, the kind you would get in the video game and you have to pay for.
Well, because there is like raw Energon and like other Energon, you know.
Cody's played this video game, yeah.
Yep. And then there's Optimus's blaster, and he came with the axe. So like, literally, I have a box of.
Yimbo, if you're excited about this figure, you're gonna get blown. You're gonna just be blown away by Yolo Park's Pro Series.
Oh,
Megatron.
Yes, I can't. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's because I do love Transformers. Now, these aren't the biggest. Like going back to because Chewy, what do you think of my my start of my Laserman villain?
Hell is this? Where did we land on this character? Is this has to be a villain, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a bad guy. I just figured I liked. I always forget who this head is. This was like the head I was using for my Morph figure until I bought that Age of Apocalypse one.
Was that with the Deadpool figure?
It was a Deadpool. Yeah, it came with Deadpool.
What the frick is this?
Yeah, he has like a head that has like a cowboy hat or something, right?
Yes. Yeah. Wait, do you have that one?
Is that the cowboy hat?
No, I remember seeing it on your stream.
Oh yeah. Yes, he has like a big.
Cody's very specific on what he collects, Yimbo.
That's no. That he's
right,
right,
I'm
though.
tempted. It's like I'm always like one step away from like now I have this line.
Well, this one came. Yeah, he came with. Was it the X-Men? It might have been the X-Men in training figure, and it had the purple like Three Musketeers hat. So I have that somewhere. But that hat would go well on this guy. I need to like dress him up. He needs a belt and a cape. I want like a super villain for Laserman. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You gotta start with the origin. You gotta start the character story before you start padding out his arsenal of whatever.
Yeah, you need the lore. You need the lore, Yimbo. You need a Bible.
Lore. That's right.
Hey, listen. Hey, man.
Optimus Prime, the wet blanket of the Transformers. Everyone needs a Cyclops.
Oh, have y'all seen? I haven't watched the trailer. Have you seen the new? I don't know. It's like a movie for like the.
Oh, Transformers 1.
4 years. Yeah, where like Optimus and Megatron are buddies.
Okay, people were. I again, I don't understand.
Yimbo, just play the trailer. Just
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll
get
be
knocked off YouTube again.
That's a great idea.
Full audio.
It's called Transformers 1, right? It's like going way back to the like roots of. It's supposed to be like before Optimus and Megatron. They're buddies. They're best friends. Like they don't even have like their names yet.
He's not even like Optimus Prime at that point.
Yeah, like
some other guy
can't transform. Yada yada.
Well, his original name was Orion Pax.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I saw hate on it, and I couldn't believe it. I watched it with my son, and maybe it's because I just like genuinely I love Chris Hemsworth. I hope he never disappoints me as a person. like I've loved this guy forever, and hearing his voice and just I loved it. I thought this is gonna be amazing. Just two bros, like their whole come up story, and then eventually, like they do get their transforming powers. Obviously, it'll lead to their fallout. I thought it looked so rad. I don't know. Where did you guys stand on it?
I think I haven't watched the whole trailer yet because I'm terrible like that. But I think it's cool, and I always love like new stuff, like because you can only get like the same show or movie so many times. So I always like when they do something fresh.
Yeah,
I thought it looked cool. But it's like anything. You change anything that was developed before, there's going to be a large, or not even large, a loud crowd that gets really upset by it. Like Mutant Mayhem last year, people got really upset by it, and just by its presence and existence, and it never makes sense. I mean,
as if it's like that's the only ever movie that's going to be made for that property.
Like that deletes 1986's Transformers the movie. Like you'll never be able to see it again if you see this. But those aren't the rules we play by.
Right. I don't know. It's and again, and if you're somebody out there that did get offended, I'm not trying to hate on it either. Like feel everybody is entitled to their feelings about it. Is we all have our opinions of things. I personally am amped because for the same reason, Mutant Mayhem, just a fresh take. Let's see what they can do. Seems like it'll be a fun ride, and that's all you can ask for. And I do
hate it after you see 90 minutes of it. Okay,
right.
But 6 months before, you stop judging 60 seconds.
Yeah, and like like chewing it, like I don't know, like I could watch the trailer with my son, and he's now playing with all of my Transformer mini mates. I've been such a proud dad because you guys hear me every week, like, oh, he's into Pokemon. Like again, love his fandom. I support his, I'm a Pokemon and Super Mario fan.
There's Pokemon action figures.
That's
I mean,
true.
no, he has a ton. Like I support, but
very expensive SH Figure Arts. Ash, you should definitely get your son.
No, I'm waiting. That's a re-release. When you guys ask about like what toys do you want to see, like that's for me. Like please, an updated Ash that I can afford.
Even
and they also do like they did with like One Piece, their like best selection line where it's like $30. They pare down the accessories, drop them in Target.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That little section needs to grow at Target. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, my son, I feel like watching that trailer and like we were both like amped for it. And then that led to now he's playing with my mini mates. And like, I've been such a proud daddy because he's finally like, he was going through asking me about the Fantastic Four figures and the Ninja Turtles, like all of the different mini mates that like I've talked about on the stream before. He's now playing with and like leaning hard into Transformers. And I'm like, oh my God, my heart.
That's incredible. No, I'm with you. My son plays with all my mini mates.
Yeah.
Even more, he plays with them better than I do. He's like posing them out. He's like creating little stories. I'm like, that's really creative.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
That's just the source for new pictures. And they're like, wow, you came up with the most amazing picture. And you're like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's right. Mind of the child still up here.
Jukebox here. I like Weekend Dad. If I could find that could be an interesting. What would Weekend Dad come with as accessories?
Wait, is this like?
And he's the villain.
Is he only the dad on the weekends? Like is this
are we
talking a broken home type story?
Jukebox.
Yeah,
are we talking
like,
about for this guy? Is that the weekend? Like, is this Weekend Dad as about it?
In the week with like your alcoholic.
Oh my God, that would be funny too. Bad guy. Just.
Oh, so like. Weekend Dad is like he has the kids like all week, and on the weekend he just cuts loose and he decides to get in a fight with Larry Laserman on a farm. That's his outlet.
That could be funny. Hi, Jay Shots, and very excited that you're here, as are we. And there we go. Yeah, Toy Amigos. What's up, Jimmy?
I assume that's Cheney.
Metzi said, I don't think because they can't copy stickers. I think it's just legal reasons. Oh, they go for going back to our knockoff. If you sell a shirt with a Nike logo and it's not by Nike, you can get a lawsuit for using the logo. True, but in the terms of like those jerseys, I think they were all stitched even with like Majestic.
Instead of the swoosh, it's the check mark. Like, no, not swoosh at all.
You got to remember, Messi too. Like, especially with some of these third-party companies, like they do get like that's just why some of these names of this they change as they get.
Like, don't forget, like Paramount has copy struck me for making like fan videos, so I feel like stuff like that wouldn't stop them because they're like, we know what you're doing. Here's a cease and desist because they send it to us. They're like.
Yeah,
we don't want you using our brand legitimately.
Ooh, hold on, Samurai Chris. Hey, happy Sunday, Samurai Chris. Thanks for hopping on, man. And Jay Shed says, I agree. I don't think it's a KO to try to trick people, but might even be excess or testing. I wonder if the extra $20.99 head sculptor was rejected for the original release. That's an interesting concept.
Could you imagine that originally it was going to be like a little bit cheaper with more heads, no cape? And some exact level of just like, you know what? People don't like heads. Put the cape in.
Put the cape where everybody wants to.
Capes are in.
I've never even taken the cape, and I never will. It's still in the box. Like, it's not even in the Tupperware with the figure, like in the hands and stuff.
I challenge you. You have to use this cape. You have to make this cape This cape is clearly
refuse.
worth $110.
I refuse.
So you have to use it.
I refuse. Thanks, Figs. What's going on, Ryan? Ahoy, ahoy, buddy. Thanks for hopping on, man. There we go. And
Oh, he's always there. He's always there. I thought he was playing
Macho,
wrestling.
I love you, man. But no, this is our Chewy night. This is our toy loophole. I want if they're for the
how
kids.
I'm getting all the Turtles of Grayskull figures. I'm lumping into that. It's like, no, it's from my son. He loves it.
I literally told
Mikey coming next week. I ordered them on eBay.
Is Mikey already
Don't
coming
ask me
out?
about the price. No, he's not coming out, but you can get them on eBay for like double the price. Let's not think about that. But I'm getting them next week.
I mean, double the price of $20 isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's still unwise, and I could be patient, but
yeah. You wanted that hair, man. That luscious hair. I know. See, Mikey would be the one that
a turtle in a wig. You can't go wrong with a turtle in a wig.
Mikey's the one I would get. I would get Mikey.
See, but then
he gets the power sword for a day, and he's like, "Oh, I get to make my costume however I want." All right.
Leo and Donnie, no, not Donnie. Leo and Raph are also bald, so you need doubles. You need, you need at least 3 Mikeys.
And then you could paint them so it matches the colors.
Well, no, the wig pops off. The wig you can just slap
but you
right
could do
on.
like a blue wig for Leo, a red wig for Raph.
Just go. Oh my god.
True.
Oh well, Matt,
I know how turtle logic works.
Matt, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy.
Oh wait, you super chat that?
Yes, he did. Just to yell at you. Or
That's an expensive call out.
That's an enabling super chat, though, if you think about it.
No, thank you
sending
so much, man.
Referee calls on the race to 100. We only accept super chats now.
Oh man. Oh, and thank you, Jamie Parks. It is okay. It is the Energon. Okay. All right. See, I need to. Again, I never pretend to remember There's certain fandoms like I can be very specific and other stuff like I just like a lot, and sometimes the little minutia. Actually, Energon is not a minutia. I should just know that.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you, Jamie.
You should know better. How dare you? Also, one thing I wanted to bring up when we're talking about like TikTok and like all these things, Cody, your repost of that Willy Wonka mini brands thing, where it's the rare was a a Willy Wonka box kit. I've been hunting Targets nonstop for like 2 weeks.
Mini brands are hard because like they either have them or like I never saw like the mini brands books for so long.
Mm-hmm. But like the Willy Wonka rare chase, Yimbo, what this is that it comes with in this ball comes with a kit to make essentially 1/12 size Willy Wonka bars.
I've seen,
you pour in the
like
mold,
the resin, and like you cure it. And...
you cure it. Comes with the gold foil to wrap the golden tickets. The Willy Wonka.
You make your own little bar. You make like a bar.
You can make a bunch of bars, and it comes in a Willy Wonka box, like a cardboard box. And I'm just like, I'm chasing this freaking thing. I was like, I don't do this often, but this is the one thing I'm just like, frick, I need to find this.
Oh man,
mini brands is really going wild with cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
it's wild because because that's a chase. The alternative is like a spiral ham dinner.
Oh,
why is this or that type?
You can't just get like a regular bar one. It's just
it's super rare. You have 2 options: ham or Wonka. You're like, why?
By the way, Wade made a good point. Like food. Some knockoffs or third party is better than the original releases. Again, I'm really hoping when that figure comes in, because I'll be able to speak to having the original and this one. I mean, I cannot wait to report back. Like,
mine should be coming in tomorrow.
Ooh. Well, you and J Shop beat me to ordering, because then I was like still waffling, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna make it a count. I'll do it.
You should never waffle. Jay-Shaw and I are both doing this.
I know. But speaking of mini toys, Toy Father.
Oh, you found that? Nice.
Yeah. And you know what? They have this and the barista. There's like a barista set. But since I already have this like food cart from Lori Dolls that works great with my toys, I passed on the barista cart. But this cinema pack, and also my wife was like, "Hey, have you done anything with the last round of stuff?" And I went, "No."
If you see the barista one and if you end up back at Five Below at some point and those two are there, please pick me up one.
Okay, well that was the only.
And there's no rush. Whenever I see you next in this life, I'll get it from you, lad.
Yes, but yes, this one looks really cool, guys. There's like
That's
the
awesome.
candy bar,
Mini
Is that
stuff
a
is just
popcorn
so
bag?
cool.
the popcorn bag. Yep, popcorn. Ugh. And then look, the butter dispenser. Yeah, right over here. So it's a popcorn machine, butter dispenser, 3 popcorn buckets, a caramel corn bag, popcorn scoop, 2 seasonings, salt shaker, bag of kernels, 2 boxed candies. So it's literally
All for $5.
I love this. 2
That's
bagged
wild.
candies.
That is an insane value. Like that's
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
good.
1 salted pretzel, 1 frozen slush, 1 fountain drink, 1 bag of chocolate pretzels, and 1 bag of cotton candy. Like, get out. So this one I needed for sure. My
Where do
wife
we stand,
did-
by the way, on butter popcorn?
Oh, I love butter popcorn.
Are
Like,
you
but you
movie
can't
anti-butter
theaters eat-
popcorn?
popcorn?
You can't unbutter though.
What are you talking
It's like
about? Like,
like when they ask you like, do you want butter, and you see them go ham on the butter, and you're like, ugh.
no, I at the AMC at mine, like you have your own.
Oh, you do the
dispenser.
butter yourself.
Yes.
But did you see the
'Cause I saw-
guy that does the artful like?
Do you see what like
I
that's the
probably
one
saw
I
it
just
off
saw?
your
and
page, Cody.
He's doing he does like a layer of popcorn, butter, layer, butter, like
Like
that's like
he's
way
swirling
over.
it on
That's
his finger?
over buttered. Yeah, that's insanely buttered.
I don't know if it's
that's,
over
That's
butter.
what brought.
That's a hell of a good show. That's like the cocktail for popcorn. And I'm
True,
down.
true. I prefer like I'm not gonna lie, I'll go no butter. You know,
Oh
I
yeah,
like
could
the hack of what people do. They drop M&Ms in that popcorn.
or Milk
M&Ms.
Duds.
You know what also goes really well is the cubes of cheese.
I
If
have
you
not done
put
that.
cube, because the heat of it, like if you do like, especially if you pop your own stuff at home, yeah, like have some popcorn, cubes of cheese, popcorn, cubes of cheese.
Never tried that.
I mean, that
melts
makes sense. I love
through,
popcorn.
yeah.
I love cheese together.
There is cheesy popcorn, you know. I'm just letting you know, guys. That is some.
Next time I'm at the movie theater, I'm gonna ask them to put the nacho cheese on top of my popcorn.
That
Go
would be
even
good
further.
too.
That would be
good,
cool.
too.
Like if they could like mix it about, that would work.
And I want that guy to spin it underneath the nacho dispenser.
That would be good. By the way, KRS-One is in the house. What's going on? The Magic Square G1 Transformers are very good, interesting, and they're 4 inches tall. Very nice. And like I said, this Red series, I had no idea it existed. And
That is really cool.
I think I have a Cheetor.
Oh, from the Red series?
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, like I just had no idea, and then I was like, swappable hands, parts, what? And then part of it was to do a comparison to the Yellow Park stuff, which again, it's not, they're going to be 2 separate things altogether, but just to have like, you know, untransforming transformer comparison. I wanted to have some options. YOLO Park murders Red, plus they seem to understand scale so far. Red Bumblebee was the largest one in that line. Yeah. No, the Red series, again, this is why, Machu, my son is gonna get these. Like, he's so excited. He wanted to start playing. I'm like, just wait till my show, man. Like, then you can go.
What's
then they're yours.
the custody like of these figures? After the show, do you have to give them back to him?
Well, he started taking this to run around to like make his, you know, like smash them. I was like, no, not yet. So they will be his now, starting in the morning. I'll
They
bring
just
them up
came
to the
in.
table.
They're registered in Yimbo, but they have to go through processing first.
Right.
Then they can become
Yes.
citizens of Yimbo, and then you can have, you know, your playtime with them.
I love this. Just take a photo. I'll take a photo of the box. I don't even know where the box is. It's in one of my tubs. Because that's so when I dig it out. There you go. I'll take just a photo of the cape. Wade says now y'all gotta be thinking about laser red villains. One called Bootleg.
That's
Actually,
good. That's
oh
good.
man, this could be Bootleg. Wade.
Oh, and then when he steals,
He does
the
have
lore,
boots, doesn't he? Doesn't he have
Yes.
like cowboyish boots?
yes,
too?
look at these big ass boots.
Hey,
Oh, Wade, you hit me with the goosebumps. You did it. Bootleg.
So here's the thing,
Yes.
though. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Who is he bootlegging?
Processed milk.
You could do it, and then like if you want to do like a swap or like a kit swap,
That's
that's
not
his
the answer I was
bootleg
thinking.
kicking in.
We'll figure it out. We got to go through the list. This will be we'll continue this conversation on Wednesday, Chewy, but bootleg Wade, my man. Bootleg. I love this.
That's good. That's good.
And let's see, like a Magneto who can't control metal with his mind, so he uses big magnets. That could work too. I like it. Dixie says, has anyone tagged this company or asked for influencer samples? Do they know they are hitting our community? Are you referring to the CT toys?
I think it was the mini accessories. What is the brand on those? Like the popcorn thing?
Oh, you know what? I have tried tagging the company. I think I saw them before. I haven't like reached out. I should though, but I think I found it's Teeny Tinies. But that's RMS, so maybe I haven't. The company is another great product by RMS. So yeah,
I feel like some of these companies just they operate like so low under the radar. I almost can't even believe they have like a business office even where it's just...
yeah. RMS Toys. Oh, I do follow them. Wait, no,
they work out of WeWork.
Yeah. RMS Toys is an awesome. RMS Toys, for the record, guys, is an amazing toy photographer. Not that I follow. So RMS Toys.
And he also does these little toys.
No.
So
yeah,
side gig.
I mean, that's why they're so good. He's a photographer. He's just like, I gotta make these little toys.
Well, they are produced in China and they are distributed in North Andover, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's by me.
Yeah, so that's
well.
Interesting. But no, they don't have a social media presence. I was thinking of mini brands I had tried to like
Zuru.
Just like tag them because like I've done like, some stuff with my kids, unboxing some stuff, but I know that they had an account. Yeah, I guess RMS. Nope. Let's see. If he's bootleg and touches a Yimbo figure, does he become Yimposter? That's good.
So that's like your rogue
powers.
Oh, you have a rogue character in the Yimbo. I'm not Yimbo.
He like steals their accessories.
That's Oh, that's good. I like that, Messi. I like that. Let's see. Messi also said, seeing these mini accessories makes me want to do diorama so bad, but I know I'll start and there will be a painted piece of styrofoam in a corner of my room for 3 months. That's what literally, guys, what this took me months. I would
Is
say
that the one where you had like the rolling brick pattern?
Yes, but it was not rolling. It was like press and press
like
and
stamps.
press. It was the worst.
High School Mike, if you or at least one point, if you signed up for his email list, you got a free 3D print file for a rolling pin on, and then you can do it.
Yeah, and I've seen them like, I think I bought that brick thing on eBay. I've seen the roller ones now, I don't know. It just took a long time. So Bessie, the point is, if you have the space to let something sit, when you get the time, it is very satisfying. But yes, I understand the struggle. And let's see. Dig said, wait, that's the Laserverse concept in whole, isn't it? Oh, that's right. The whole concept is, oh my God, bootleg.
Well, but I think Laserman isn't aware that he's a bootleg. Laserman is a sincere.
Maybe, oh my God, and with this face.
Until that one episode or one issue where he meets Toy Father in real life. It'd be like, you made me?
Yes, and we can use our Jack Kirby figure. Yes. Oh my God.
And my pain.
Did Chris get the Jack Kirby?
It's that Barbie Billie Eilish song that plays over.
I'm a burn guy. That one?
No.
Oh. Which one? I thought you were talking about
the one from the Barbie movie.
Like a delicate ballad. Like,
yeah, it's not that. Not I'm a bad guy. That's way different.
Fair. Metzi said, I want to do a Jungle Forest now that I have the Beast Kingdom figures. Oh man, do that. I'm gonna tell you, at Michael's today, it was $3.99, It's the second time I bought a bag of artificial grass. So what I did with a foam board is if you just focus on making the ground stuff is very easy because it's easy to make it look really textured and awesome, and it's super quick to put together. So I took the Mod Podge, right? That's Mod Podge with an M. I always think hodgepodge, Mod Podge. So Mod Podge. And I
like
and
the
I would,
glue.
yeah, the glue, and
stuff.
smear that all over. And I made mine sprinkling that artificial grass, and I use kinetic sand. So like that sand is just, it lives there now. And then you can kind of get around using other backdrops, use your TV. So I'm just saying, Messy, that could be an interesting little thing. Plus, with you styrofoam, you buy some of those aquarium pieces, and you can jam in trees and stuff. And just saying, just throwing it out there. And did you just compare Toy Father and Jack Kirby? I meant
so many similarities. They're so
it is
high praise right there. I mean, the father of the
level.
Earth. This is the new universe, the new universe.
Genius level creators, and they're both in their own rights.
You know, Toy Father could be bootleg Jack Kirby. You know,
that's. Well, I was thinking of
BT Kirby,
the Jack Kirby, like the whole like thing coming to life. Like Chris would need the Jack Kirby, like very meta photograph. I'm picturing it.
But his is, instead of like, you know, like a sketchbook and a pencil, it's like loose paper and crayons.
Yes. Oh man. Oh, we're gonna. I gotta figure this out. Let's see. Callis said, I just bought High School Creations brick roller to make my next style. There you go. Nice. Very nice. So definitely report back to us. Let us know how that worked out. I'm very curious. And then Wade says Larry Laserman is the only one in the Laserverse who believes he is an actual hero, though. So that's all that matters. Larry Laserman is the hero. We can't remember that. We can't forget that. He is our true blue. Toy Father. This is his genius. We got it. The elevator pitches.
I can't wait till you send him a clip. He's like, "Yeah, we talked about Laserman again."
Yeah.
you weren't there, but we talked.
Should he be getting royalties at this point? How does that?
Do you think he has like a Toy Father tingle that's happening right now? Like he's laying in bed, like. Do you think something? You think he's?
I often think that as he falls asleep, he thinks of us. So
right. Do you think like because like us? He had it was like, and then he was woken up suddenly because that happened to me last night, and it's just like, well, I guess I'm gonna go pee now. Like, do you think he's? And then he just knocks it off. He just writes it off. He opens
up the little notebook and like by his bed, and he's like, "Laserman idea."
Yeah. Bootleg. This is bootleg. I can't believe how perfect this is, and Chris has this figure. So yeah. I just got to wrap up the rest of the design. I got to figure this out, man. Ooh. Definitely cape, though. He needs a cape. This look needs a cape to me.
I was thinking either that or a t-shirt of, like, he's a fan of Laserman. So he has, like, a fan t-shirt.
Yes, I like that.
And you can grab not an Iron Man helmet, a Laserman head sculpt, and toss that on, so it's still an homage to Morph, because that's how his figure was back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
it's a very deep character we're building right now.
I know. I'm already thinking of how I have.
So
it's not. Oh yeah, it is mini brands. The Disney mini brands. I was buying all of those to try to get a bunch of the Marvel characters. So I have the Disney toy box Iron Man, which I've since used as like. Look who has a Laserman. Like in a pin of story post. I want to have a picture now with this guy holding that toy with a sign. Like Laserman for bootleg. Like some, I don't know, not Tony Stark. Just coming up with something goofy. Oh man. The ideas are brewing. The goofy ideas. There we go. That would make Wade create the Stan Lee. There, exactly. Wade has absolutely provided, I would say, I don't know for legal purposes, but I could say 50-50. Wade, let's say Chris is 52-46, 52-48 to keep you out of trouble.
To be clear, Yimbo's not a math teacher.
ELA, baby. ELA. This is exactly what I was thinking. That Chris is like, there's a disturbance in the Laserverse. Oh, Stanley's Toy Father. I'm just a fan. Oh my god. Oh, this cracks me up.
You know, that's how Jim Lee started Weight Crate. He was a fan.
Was that true? Is that like I don't know.
Of course, everyone's a fan. I mean, of course. No, he hated it. He's like, comics are stupid. I'm never gonna get into this. No, this is a great story. Back when Kevin Smith started Fat Man on Batman, it used to not be live. It used to be this recorded session. There was a 2-episode arc with Jim Lee, and Jim Lee was given this awesome story how he took a year off. I think his parents wanted him to go to medical school. You know, super Asian objective right there. And he negotiated that he could take 1 year and pursue this dream. And so I always have this great this story like burned in my mind of him saying like he used to train every day. Like he used to like do the art thing, but he also wanted to work out as well. So he'd run around the track near his apartment and he'd say Miller Burn as he ran around the track, focused on becoming the next comic book artist.
That's cool.
Really cool. That is awesome, man.
So Weight Crate, you're the Jim Lee.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
You're running around the track saying Yimbo, Toy Father, Yimbo, Toy Father, Yimbo, Toy Father.
Larry, Laserman, Larry. Yeah.
Move the Rin. Move the Rin.
Oh man. I love it. The Mooterin is still my favorite one of all of Chris's customs. It's the best one. It is. I need that cape. Which cape? How did he get that? Was that a wire? That's a wired cape, right, on Mooterin?
I mean, you could just get this cape.
That's the one there. Thank you. What's her name? That's what Captain McKay sent me.
He sent you this?
No. Sorry. He sent me a picture. We were DMing.
I was like, whoa.
No. We were DMing about.
This is Ray something or another.
Well, because this was I posted like, hey, does this work on my story? Which, again, for the gray goes, and it's this awesome, beautiful cape, but it's not really super purple.
You know what you could do? Black and white.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
You're there.
I mean, I do think the color actually goes really well. The gray.
It's not bad.
Right? But yeah, Captain McKay said, hey, he's like, you gave me an idea. I want to try her cape on Magneto. And I think that'll be perfect. See how purple that is? That's like a deep.
Although it has a hood. That's the only issue.
The other thing missing on this one, I mean, honestly, this is the type of figure that I'm sure GPS lots or something, because it has that scarf look on the cape, on the rubber cape, and in the show. So it's not, like I know
it's only a matter of time. Someone's gonna make it.
Or Softgood Studio, that's who I bought like a bunch of capes from, and like Softgood Studio has literally a Moon Knight comic cape with the big scarf along the neck. So it's just color swap. So yeah,
maybe Harker's Customs might have something too soon.
Yeah. Okay. See,
that's why I got the Sentry cape, and that cape is great.
This is like what we were saying at the top of the show. There's so many talented people making stuff to just enhance our toys already that we love. I still can't believe I passed on this guy. I thought that again, not that I'm super crazy. I know that it's the arm sleeves.
I think it's just the timing of the figures was just way off for like Prime.
Yeah.
Hooking everyone.
Right, but now like, how could I not have this based on how good the show is?
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. Messi said, have you guys seen Toy Soldiers? That movie played a big part in my enjoying fig collecting and photography. Figures that became alive and go to war. Nothing more awesome. I
love that movie.
I see. I just missed the arc. I should go back and watch that with my kids.
Yeah, especially like totally like as a kid who was super into toys, that movie was extra magical.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Toy Soldiers, the one with Robin Williams, or are we talking about Small Soldiers?
No, Small Soldiers, I think.
Okay.
Or actually, Robin Williams one was toys. I don't know if they came to life though.
I'm thinking of Small I read that as Small Soldiers, where it's like you have like the army lunatic guys,
the Gorgonites,
like the other. Yeah.
And the Commando Elite. I love that movie.
Yeah, that's what I read that as.
Okay.
I'd love to see a good line of those toys come out.
That would be awesome.
I'll just add it to the list. Jada, go ahead and take that license too. Jada, take all the licenses you want.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to find. There are toys. There were toys.
Yeah, there was a toy line back in the day that wasn't. It was pretty good likenesses.
Yeah, it was good for the
Has
time. It was very
worked at that.
much at the top of that standard back in the late
Mhm.
90s, 2000s.
The pictures are not wanting to load for me.
Yeah, because especially people don't realize, or maybe they do, like how good we have it now. Because like back then, like you got like a melted clay figure, and like that's Batman, and you're like, okay, I guess that's Batman.
Clayface, we're good. Move on.
There we go. Right,
Oh,
small
yeah.
soldiers. That's
Yep.
yeah. So is that what you were talking about, Messi? Hey, look at that! Look at the diaphragm cut, though. Diaphragm cut.
Are these the toys, or is this a still from the movie?
I feel like this is like renders because I
Yeah.
don't.
these
I
are
mean, the toys were
toys.
pretty good, but I don't think they were that good.
Let's see. I was trying to look up.
But I don't know. Maybe
Yimbo, let's just play the movie and see what.
Yeah, right. Stop trying to get me copyright strikes. Okay, yeah, that's what Messi said. So I do need to watch Small Soldiers with my kids.
Yeah, I
gotta
can't
track
honestly.
that
I
down.
don't remember the movie a ton. But the toy part of it was fantastic. So
It was the idea, the concept for the toys come to life was that
yeah, it was like like a dark Toy Story where it's like you don't want them to come to life. Don't.
essentially they were going for like, oh, these toys need to be more modern and put more technology. So they were like, all right, we're gonna put these chips in, and it turns out to be military grade munitions chips because that makes sense. That's all you need to do to make these toys become sentient. But that's the story.
Back in the day, that military tech was just running wild. They were putting it in everything.
Yeah, a toy company would totally have access to that same type of technology.
Well, I just looked up where it's streaming, and I'm unfortunately, so I do still technically at this very moment have 2 internet providers, which is awful. So I need to cancel my
You have
Fios.
2?
This is my whole, because Optimum, when they set things up yesterday, I was like, before the guy was leaving, I'm like, I'm not connecting. It's saying it's like I put the password in, and they said, oh, it's like something was plugged in wrong from outside. So whether it wasn't even into my house, it was from like the fiber optic, like from the telephone pole. So they came out today. So it wasn't until like tonight, like my kids are right before bedtime. They came in, he goes, hey, I'm just checking to see if it's like working, and it works. And then I had to like do bedtime and start streaming. So I currently at this moment have Fios and Optimum internet, and
So it's
I
twice
have to cancel
as
Fios.
fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. But I need to cancel, but then I'm gonna lose HBO. So that's where it's currently streaming, like if you have HBO Max.
So right after this, Yimbo's gonna do a watch along.
I'm like seriously tempted of like, should I just cancel it tomorrow, and maybe when I pick the kids up from school, we can watch that? Like, now you guys got me all interested. I want to see it now. I feel
Just
like
rent it. It's probably
That's
cheaper
true.
because if you forget to cancel it, you're
Yeah.
just, it costs more than the $4 or $5 to rent.
That is true. By the way, I wanted to, this, you got to be talking about the small soldier stuff, and I was like, oh wait, look at this beautiful piece from Lone Wolf. He
That's
threw
from
that
Lone
in
Wolf?
for me. Yeah. 'Cause
Ooh, yeah, that's really nice.
He's a peach. He's the best.
That's cool.
And look at his camouflage work. He said he's just trying to he's starting to get into doing his own camo stuff. Look at how neat that is.
Oh, that's awesome. That would be great for him.
Dude.
Do all the G.I. Joe dios. I he does great work for mythic stuff, but if he wanted to focus on Joes for a while, I'm sure people would be all about it.
he has some ideas. He has
Oh,
some
yeah?
ideas.
He's always working.
Yep. Well, he's got to prep now because we have ToyCon coming up in September, and then there's Legions Con in November. And he said at Legions Con, I think he's having he wants to do some sort of like display of his like what he can do. So I think
okay. He's coming out swinging.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So I'm super pumped. Karis wants to Jimbo just watch let's see movies every. Oh, okay. What is it? What is that? F movies? Oh, is that a website? Every movie and series is free. Okay. Good to know. So gentlemen, we went a half hour past my bedtime, but that's okay because my cheeks are now hurting from our conversation tonight. But yeah, anything? Well, let's see, Wade. Let's see, big facts. With as many custom as I have, I mean, I had made some scary stuff that would be nightmare fuel. Yeah, the horror toys. I can't do the horror toys.
I think, and because I think it was Dig Fig's comment where like coming to life would be terrifying as a toy collector. But I feel like, hear me out. They could pose themselves, they could stand themselves so they balance, so they don't tip over. That would be great. Because how often do you have to like reorganize your collection if something tips? If they came to life, they'd do a perfect pose. They're going to be steady.
That's true. But
the majority of our collections are heroes, so at least they outnumber the villains.
Yeah. You know what? Way back when I did an awesome collab with Sequential Plastic of Behind the Plastic. Love you, Zach. And we did that concept where it's like, it was Woody, so we did a Toy Story but collection wise, and I had the Predator and
Bowser.
Yeah,
Predator coming to life. So
yeah, so it was Predator and Bowser looking for Woody. He was just crapping his pants. But I figure, yeah, other heroes would come in. I have so many Captain Americas and Leos. Like one of my Boy Scouts, Superman. So one of my Boy Scouts would come to the rescue.
That would be a cool movie. That would be a fun. Like imagine it'd be like Wreck-It Ralph, where they just have like all the properties they can.
Oh,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, because that was the fun. Oh man, that was again like you said, that's perfect. Oh my god.
It could be very similar to Ready Player One without the users. It's just all the characters trying to live together on a streamer.
Yes. Don't tempt me to write this movie over the summer, boys.
That's the Disney Plus series everyone wants to watch.
Oh, there you go. Wait, thank goodness I have a laser man. I would be safe. You know it. Larry would be just
him and his milk milk jug armor.
And Metzi said, Yimbo, for small, so just imagine a live action Toy Story with G.I. Joes versus monsters and explosions. Perfect. I cannot. Seriously, I hope I'm going to have to I'm going to look into figuring this out. This is going to be the next movie I want to sit with my kids and watch.
And then you're going to go on eBay and be like, damn, this is expensive.
That's the pipeline. That's where
that's exactly your future.
Yeah. But anyway, so guys, I think I did. We'll start wrapping things up. Again, Cody, we know too much new toys over TikTok, obviously over here on YouTube. Do you have
Instagram?
Any of course Instagram? Any upcoming videos dropping this week that you were working on? What's the next focus?
If I get around to filming it, because again, I'm the worst. I should be doing Trafalgar Law of One Piece fame.
And are you sticking? That's all like manga, right? Like comic versions. You're not doing the live action stuff, right? I mean, I know they haven't come out yet, but
well, the live action they did, Luffy and Zoro, I think, came out.
They are actually out. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, and there's like a Nami coming. I haven't actually watched the Netflix show yet because I'm just so scattered when I get to stuff, but.
It's good. That's the only one I watched. I didn't watch the cartoon. I watched
the cartoon. It's a lot. It's a lot. But and I know if I watched the show, then it would push me over the edge. Like, these are great figures. I've seen the show. I should have them. So yeah.
That's fair. And I saw you bullying part of my nerd over on TikTok. Just kidding.
Yeah, look. Imagine if like X-Men 97, if you had a friend who had only seen the first episode,
right?
Would you bully them and berate them to catch up every chance you could? Yes, and that's what a good friend does.
That's right. Guardians of the Galaxy. There was like 3 movies Yimbo last year. I'm just
I know.
Did you see it? It's super funny. And it's fun.
That was Mutant Mayhem. It was Guardians.
Mutant Mayhem. Guardians.
I was trying to think of that. Oh my god! And now Machu's doing it to you with the Chung-Li Jada toys.
I haven't. She's right here. She's in my Boca.
Right.
She's lost in my
Boca.
Boca.
Lost in the Boca. I got you.
I want that. I want that new version. The pink suit.
I do. Yeah, that pink suit looks awesome.
But to replace the blue one I have back here.
Sure, you
'Cause
psychopath.
I support Machu and his association with a female Street Fighter character.
Oh, Wade Create, so happy you got to hang out tonight, man. This has been a blast tonight. AZ Toy Hunters Guild. Oh, thank you for hanging out this evening as well. FinCobb, appreciate you, man, for hanging out. And Bully with Love. Hashtag Bully with Love. Love that.
That's right. Imagine if people got mad at us for like, playfully making fun of like Toy Father. It's like, come on.
Right. No, we all, this is, again, when you hit 11, right, nothing is actually ever mean-spirited or personal attacks. It's just, but sometimes you got to push a buddy into, I get it. I've been the recipient. Something you got to get a little push. But yes, of course, everybody, thank you so much for choosing to spend part of your life listening to us talk about toys and the things that we love. We hope you had a great time tonight. And Wednesday, if you haven't already, for more of at least 2/3 of us right now over on the Toy Pick Community YouTube channel. We have been going strong, closing in on our road to 1,000 subs over there. So if you haven't checked it out yet, we will continue cross-streaming to my channel as well and just keeping the word out. But we have a lot of fun celebrating your toy photography, and we love it. So it's still just another Toy Daddy night, right? Wednesday. We still haven't booked anybody new.
We don't have anyone booked at all right now, and we're just gonna enjoy each other's company and enjoy the chat.
Hey, maybe Cody can hop on. You want to talk some toy photography Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm down.
Hell yeah.
Take some bad pictures.
We don't. It's just coming on to talk. Is celebrating. We'll get to focus on you. Get to talk your origin story, and then we'll get to celebrate some photos, man. Yeah.
I need to take more photos. I'm out of the photo game. Kind of.
I want you to. It's always so much fun. Ender Shadow, thank you so much, man. Again, awesome job on that Daredevil custom, man. And that's right, no sleep till I gotta add that one now too, Brooklyn. No sleep till doo-doo. Oh man, that is great. That is great. Marcus Yee, appreciate you, dude. And let me just cue up the whole little good night, little banner, little thingamabob. But that's it, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Hit that like button. Tell your friends about what we do, because we just want to put smiles on your face. See you, everybody.